Hello and welcome to a build-up to a good game. We're in 2 minutes away from kickoff at Villa Park as it's Aston Villa against West Ham United. Huge game for both teams. The finishing line in the Premier League is in distance. Gonzo, how is oneself?
Good. Thank you, mate. You?
Nervous. Really nervous. Really nervous. I actually feel a bit sick, to be honest with you.
Do you?
Yeah.
What did you have to eat?
Yeah, I've been... to be fair, we had an oat cake, which is like a Stoke thing.
Yeah, that'd make anyone sick, wouldn't it?
I was sick. I was feeling sick prior to the oat cake, but
right,
it's definitely nerves. It's taken hold of me. It's just it's a big game, this, but it's a massive opportunity, and I think it's that's overriding it for me. It's not the game as such. It's not the fact we're playing Aston Villa. We could be playing anyone today, and I think I still have the same feelings. It's the fact that. I see why you just reacted like that. It's the fact that if we win, we're definitely at the bottom three. We could be above Forest and Spurs. We'll definitely be a point behind Leeds United. It just feels like a significant, huge opportunity. It's taken 2 months. Since we got beat by Nottingham Forest, it's taken over 2 months to get to this point today. We've given ourselves a chance. We've now got to go take it. And I think that's why I feel really nervous ahead of the match. Anyway, shall we take a look at the team?
Yes, indeed, mate.
No surprises, unchanged from Nuno Espirito Santo. So in goal is Mads Hermansen with a back three or five, depending on how you want to word it. I'll go with the back three of Mavropanos, right centre back. Todibo, right centre back. Mavropanos, centre back, and Disasi to the left of the trio. Wan-Bissaka, right wing back. Diouf, left wing back. Souček and Fernandes in the middle. And then we've got Tate likely to be the striker, with Pablo to one side and Jared Bowen to the other. Are you happy with the lineup?
Yeah, I guess so. We missed Somerville, so we have to do something else. Giving it some thought now, and Villa won't make us sit back as much as we had to against Aston Villa. Against Manchester City. So, yeah, nobody deserved to be dropped. Well, mostly nobody deserved to be dropped following that game. Particularly, it's hard to make a case at the centre backs. Could be. I think it's going to be very, very hard to break down. I would imagine that lineup, whilst I think I haven't looked at the vibe in the comments yet on what people think of the team, really. But I do wonder how this will land at Aston Villa, because they might look at that. They'll be wanting a win today, no doubt about it. And they might look at that and think, it's going to be hard to break down. And we will be. We will be hard to break down today. Not sure how much different I would have done it. I probably would have gone for 2 up top, but I get it. I understand. I do understand why he's done it. And I don't want to be overly critical of it now, because it may well work an absolute treat. It's just disappointing that Somerville's not there. I had a little 5% hope that he might spring a little surprise, but obviously he actually really is injured.
Yeah, not the starting 11 I would have gone with. I would have preferred a back four, because I think there's an opportunity to win this game. I think we will be difficult to break down. I think we will be difficult to beat. And I think that's maybe what he's going for here. And I think sometimes I've got to separate what I want as a fan compared to what Nuno would be okay with. And I don't think he's going to rock up with zero ambition to attack and zero intent of attacking. I don't think we'll see what we've seen against Man City. But I think we might find he's okay with a draw here. It might be that if you offered him a draw, he'd say, I'm all right with that, actually, because there is a set of circumstances today that a draw gets us out of the bottom three. That's if Spurs beat Nottingham Forest and we draw, we go above Nottingham Forest. And he would say, well, I think his argument would be, well, today, job's done. It's still in our hands. We win the remaining fixtures. We match what Nottingham Forest do for the rest of the season. We stay up, as simple as that. We are now out the relegation zone. So a draw could be enough, but it feels risky. I would have preferred to see us a lineup that would said to me, we're going to go try win today. That lineup doesn't say that to me. I think it's hard, though, to judge properly, because the last time we seen it last week was against Man City. And we defended for the majority of the game. So you don't really get to see how Nuno would attack with this format. What is the intention? We're going to have to get Diouf higher. We're going to have to get Wan-Bissaka higher up the pitch. We're going to have to get Pablo closer to Tate. We can't have no shots from open play again. We're going to need to test the Aston Villa goal today. I'm hoping he's got something up his sleeve. I'm hoping he's got a plan for it. I feel like he's deserved, or the whole coaching team have deserved a bit of sort of goodwill from me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wait and see, but I'm not as optimistic as I was, partly because of Somerville and partly because I feel like it's maybe a little bit defensive.
Yeah, I mean, it's all of those things. It is all those things, but it was at the point now where it just doesn't matter. There's, it's not a case of there's no excuses, but you just have to rely on that he thinks this is his best team. I do agree with I think he'd be happy with a draw as well. It's that whole thing of, whatever, shoot for the stars and you might reach the moon sort of thing. He might play for a draw, but he's probably aware that could also yield a win. He probably knows that we will get some chances. I think we'll get more. We certainly will have shot from open play. I'm quite certain of that. Will we have loads of them? Probably not. But he also is probably very aware that we could do a smash and grab here. And if we do, we could be very, very hard to break down, particularly if everybody in that back line plays as well, particularly with Souček just in front, plays as well as they did against Man City. It is going to be hard. It's going to be hard for Villa, I'd imagine. If the only trouble is if they score early, then there's a bit of an issue for us. But the longer the game goes on at 0-0, the better chance we have, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I can see Villa struggling to break us down. I could see us defensively being very, very good. I was impressed with what we did against Manchester City. And I think Villa can struggle against low block teams. I just think the frustration for me is I think Villa are a bit suspect to counter-attacking teams. I don't feel like we've got loads on there to do the counter-attacking side of the game. We'll have Tate up there. Pablo will try and get close to him, as will Bowen. But I feel like that's almost about it. So we'll have three players running forward. And I wouldn't describe either of them as quick.
No,
so
we're gonna. This is a slow team.
I feel like while we'll struggle, I think Villa will struggle to break us down. I feel like we might struggle to create much ourselves. So we're gonna have to be clinical down the other end. So fingers crossed. The bench for West Ham is, as you'd expect, just the one change from last week. Mayer's coming off the bench and all his scars going on to it, which means we've got a bench consistent of Alphonse Areola, Kyle Walker-Peters, Max Kilman. Ollie Scars is also on the bench, as well as Magassa, Potts, Kante, and then we've got Adama Traore and Callum Wilson. That is the bench for West Ham. So we'll take a look at the Aston Villa team, Gonzo.
Yes, indeed, mate. Yes, indeed.
In goal for Villa this afternoon is Emi Martinez with a back four of Cash, Konsa, Torres and Dean. Barkley partners Onana in midfield with McGinn, I imagine, on the left, Sancho on the right, Rodgers in that number 10 role, and Ollie Watkins up front.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, look, got some good players in there. Cash has returned there. I'll Cash back. Tillerman's on the bench, I assume, for this one.
He is, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a good team. They've got loads and loads of good players. Loads of good players there. But, we got some good players ourselves. We do have some good players ourselves. It's just a case of if Rodgers gets back to form. I do think that's, obviously going to be a key player for them. But keep Rodgers and Watkins quiet. And you've every chance of doing that. When you play as defensively as that, then we've got every chance in this game. I do think that.
The thing is, part McGinn aside, he's insulated from what I'm going to say. 10 of those players have been part of Villa's poor form recently, and they've been poor for quite a few weeks in the Premier League now, dropping points in quite a lot of games. They're in the bottom three when it comes to the form guide. Doesn't matter what you take, you go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games, Villa are down at the bottom of that form table. And 10 of those players that are starting today are part of that. They've been fit throughout. So, yes, they've been missing Kamara. Well, he's still out. He's out for the season. McGinn's back now. Tielemans is on the bench. But a lot of the poor performing players are still starting for Villa tonight. But it's a good team. There's no doubt about it. They've got a lot of good individuals. Absolutely. But Watkins has been terrible all season. Rodgers has been poor for a couple of months now. Sancho, I believe, had a really good game on Thursday. I didn't watch it, so I can't tell you. But I'm just recycling Aston Villa fans' opinions on him. But I'm willing to believe them because they've also been critical of some of the other players in the team. Cash coming back and make a big difference. Bogard's a decent young player, but he's nowhere near Matty Cash as a fullback. Dina, I think he's there to be got at. Actually, I think I'm hoping Giles Bowen can really give him a tough gig at left back today. So Bowen should be able to get in there. Then Barkley and Onana midfield. Good team, but they've not been performing at their best for quite a few weeks now.
I think you need to work on your pronunciation of the guy that might have played instead of Matty Cash.
Dean.
No, the other side.
Oh, Bugard.
Buggered.
Buggered.
That's what it sounded like me. Timmy Rogers in the team. You've got to be careful with all that.
Well, Buggered is on the bench for Villa, as is Matson and Bizot, Mings, Tielemans, Douglas Luiz, Buendia, Bailey, and Abraham. So a very balanced and experienced bench for Aston Villa this afternoon. Right, we're going to be doing our bet giveaway in just a minute. Before we do that, I just want to remind you all, you probably know about it, but I'm just going to remind you that the raffle finishes tonight at 8 o'clock. So it's the last chance to get to win one of these 4 prizes. We've got a signed Paulo Di Canio painting done by Canning Town Len, signed by Paulo Di Canio. We've also got the shirt signed by Paulo Di Canio on the number 1 digit. We've also got a signed captain's armband by our former skipper. And we've also got a Hammers Chat goodie bundle, which consists of Oddballs hat, Oddballs boxers, some Hammers Chat socks, a scarf, and some beer mats as well. Tickets are £5. You buy 2 tickets, you get your 3rd ticket for free. Links in description below. The raffle is drawn automatically by the raffle website tonight at 8 p.m. So last chance saloon to get involved. But a massive thank you to anyone who has grabbed tickets. All the proceeds come to us. And I know this bit's going to sound weird. You're just going to have to trust us. The proceeds are going towards paying for raffles next season.
Yes. Sounds weird, doesn't it?
It does sound a bit weird. You're doing a raffle to host another raffle, but all will be clear. When Gonza comes, when me and Gonza are going to be meeting up soon, in the next couple of months, I've got 3 parcels here. I've got 3 of these for Gonza to open. He doesn't know what's in them. He knows I've spent money. He doesn't know what's in them. He can probably take a guess at what's in them, but he doesn't know exactly what's in them. So we're going to record it and we're going to show you, because what's in these 3 parcels are the raffle prizes for next season. What are you laughing at?
Don't worry about it.
All right, okay. Are you trying to predict it or something? Ian, yes, we'll ship it to the US. We will ship the prizes worldwide. We've already had previous winners from the US. And there we go. Avid's excited to see what's in the parcels too. You should be.
Should be.
It should be. We've got three parcels already, and I know Gonzo's going to like a couple of bits that have gone in.
Quite right.
Spent a load of money on. So, right then, bet time.
Yes.
Bet time.
Yeah.
What are you fancying?
I think we'll win.
Yeah, I'm okay to put that in. Well, I'm not as optimistic anymore. I don't mind being biased now and again. So we're putting in West Ham to win, Bowen to score or assist.
Definitely. Yeah, yes, I think we'll need that to happen for us to win. I saw Toddy Boy put in Mavropanos. I'm not going to do Mavropanos. I thought that would be too freakishly.
I reckon Fernandes to get booked. He's had 3 cards in his last 5 games.
All right, put that in then.
He's fouling a lot of players currently. That would give us £100. So
Let's do that.
We'll go for that then. Okay, if this bet wins, there's not that many things we need today. Someone wins £100 cash. Simple as that. West Ham to win the game, Bowen to score or assist, Fernandes be booked. Just 3 things. That's what we need to happen.
Yeah.
If that bet wins, one of you lot win £100. To enter in a live chat, please put the following phrase.
Well, regular watchers will know I was thinking along these lines anyway, but Michael Levy Jr. pushed me over the edge. By the way, Mr. Levy Jr., I'll need a video from you when I'm away, if you wouldn't mind, please. Rogers buggered for cash.
Rogers buggered for cash. That's a good one. I like that one. Pop into live chat, and when you do, you're entered into the giveaway. Should that bet win, one of you lovely lot will
there you go.
be winning £100. Sketch reckons this bet's winning. That's what Sketch said.
Yes. Come on, mate. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well.
Here we go. As Christopher's put in there, Rogers buggered for cash.
Yes, but somebody else wrote it the other way round. But it's fine.
We're not.
Any buggering for cash is fine. Well, not obviously. I'm going to leave it there.
What were you going to say?
I meant within. I was going to say anything. I'm not saying anything else
Why not?
because I'm going to talk myself into trouble.
With whom?
Everyone. Google, most likely.
Why would you be in trouble?
Oh, dear, dear, dear. It's not that kind of video.
Anyway, right then.
My daughter's watching. I forgot. Bloody hell.
Yeah, that was a surprise. What's she meant to be doing?
Well, she's tidied her room. She's got a friend coming over later. She's probably just bored, waiting for waiting. She's cleaned her room. I can have honestly, she's eaten Doritos in a horrible dip thing. So I can't. She's eaten. She's tidied her room. I don't know why she'd choose to watch her dad on a West Ham video. I don't know. She was listening to music earlier on, but now she's obviously doing something else.
For anyone that noticed at the start of the video, Gonzo was a bit with the live chat. That is why I only just caught it. His daughter, who's never ever commented on a video before, just commented saying hello, Dad.
I mean, I have seen her 5 minutes before. She don't need to say hello to me. We've obviously seen each other this morning, but yeah, there you go.
The poll is live in the live chat, so please do vote what you think the outcome of today's game will be. West Ham win, a draw, or an Aston Villa win. And just before Gonzo pops off, in approximately 15-20 minutes' time, we'll end the poll and get the final results. Gonzo, you're feeling quite fruity in the preview.
Yes.
Is your fruitiness remaining, or has it dwindled a little bit due to no Somerville?
No. I beat I basically beat my high score on pinball about an hour ago, which never happens. I'm taking that as an omen. I mean, I was.
Of course, it's never happened. It's your high score.
That's true.
If you beat your high score multiple times, it's no longer your high score.
No, I have got my high score before, but I mean, I've not had a high score for 4 or 5 months. I was pretty epic.
What did you do? Right, you've done it, right? It goes personal best, high score, right? Do you just go, oh, okay, or is there a little celebration?
I put my name in, and it's up there on top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, but do you celebrate, or you get in, or do you get in, or what do you just shrug it off?
No, goodness, no way, no, because you always want to do one, because at some point at the end of it, you basically got this a 3-ball game, so at some point you drain, and you're still thinking, damn, I could have caught that. So it could have been, even a higher score. No. But obviously you're pleased. But that's the thing. That's why it's addictive. Basically, you always think you can beat it again. But I mean, that was about as well as I can play. So I was pretty chuffed with myself.
Yeah, I'm more pathetic than you. A couple of weeks ago, I got my dartboard up. I don't know, a few weeks ago now, 3-4 weeks ago now, I put the dartboard up. So I've been playing now and again just to get back into it. A couple of weeks ago, I hit triple 20 for the first time. I'm not going to lie. I was like, get in. Come on. There's no one in the house. It was just me. But I was okay with that.
So would you, but you can't do any better than that.
Well, I still had my other dart to throw.
You said you got... Hold on.
I haven't got 180. Oh, hell no.
Oh, sorry. I thought you went 3 treble 20s. Okay.
No, I'm not that... No.
So what's the wild? What you say you got 2 treble 20s?
No, just one.
All right, okay. I was still... Yeah. But it's quite short. I've been playing for 20 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think I've got the 100. I've got the triple 20, 20, but I've not had 2 triple 20s yet in the same trio of starters. But I've discovered, I don't know why, I've discovered I'm better at triple 19 than I am, which is on the bottom left.
It's slower down, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a 7 o'clock position. So I'm better at hitting the treble 19. I'm not too bad at hitting that, actually.
It seems hard, obviously, the professionals, when they're going, and sometimes the dart is at a funny angle and it blocks out the treble 20. And when you aim in there and you've got automatically switched to treble 19, quite a skill. Ronnie O'Sullivan got a 1.53 break yesterday, world record break.
Yeah, I've seen that he did it. I'm not into...
I actually watched it. I could, well, not live. I watched it on YouTube. But yeah.
I'm not into snooker, but I've seen it come up. But it doesn't really mean anything to me. I'm unsure how you get that score, so I couldn't really relate to it. But I appreciate because he's made history. I think, well, that's an incredible achievement, right? But I couldn't...
They were very quiet, the crowd. I think it might be in China. I think it's Chinese tournament. The crowd are really, they needed you there. Come on.
Yeah. Well, you would, wouldn't you? You just witnessed history.
Oh, amazing. Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, right, we're going to turn to live chat now. So please get your thoughts in. It could be about the West Ham team, could be about the Aston Villa team. Get your thoughts in, not your score predictions, please. Keep them. Yeah, just click on what you think in the live poll. That would be much better. Just want to say a quick thank you to 4 of you lovely people. Thank you to Quiz for the £5 super chat and his continued support of the channel and the watch-alongs. Gary saying, hey guys, I think he's just gone with the best players he has at the minute,
Gary.
and that's a back three. Still confident he can win. The thing is, Gonzo said something at the very start, which I can't disagree with, which is everyone deserves to start. The starting 11 today deserves to start. It's not what I would have gone with. I would have still have taken one centre-back off and put in a midfielder, but I can also accept that whichever centre-back I would have withdrawn, it would have been Todibo, but for the sake of the argument, he doesn't deserve to miss out today, but he was fantastic against Man City last week. Also to number 6, thank you very much for your kind support. He says, this is my prediction, a 1-1 draw, but I'm wishing for 2-0 West Ham. And
Nice one,
a
mate.
question
Come
from
on.
Pitsy saying, how would you have felt if Nuno went 4-4-2 and used Juve left wing and Scarles left back?
No, I don't like Juff on the left wing. I don't think he's got a trick. I think he gets his space by surprising people with a late run. He hasn't got a trick. I don't. On the left wing, a lot of the time you've got to skip past the player, and I don't think he. I don't think he can. I don't like him. I've seen anything suggests he's a winger. Arriving from deep, very, very good. Yeah, I'd probably. If he was going to do 4-4-2, I probably would have played Traore there. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I understand the shout pit saying you're not alone. I've seen a lot of people suggest doing that or using Kyle Walker-Peters and doing some sort of combo with Juve and Walker-Peters, whether Walker-Peters is the furthest one forward or Juve is. I've seen a lot of people suggesting, exploring using an additional fullback and putting one further forward. So I do understand it. Personally, not for me. I like Juve as a left back. I think the thing with Juve, I think he needs space to cross it.
Yes.
I think he needs some players don't really need much and can just get the ball, be one-on-one, move it, shift it to their stronger foot and whip it in. And I'm not really seeing Juve do that enough. I think he's the process of him controlling it and releasing it is, I think, can sometimes be quite slow. It's actually like a very obvious build-up. You know when he's going to cross it. There's no surprise that he's crossed it. His posture's very, right, okay, now I'm going to cross it. So I think he needs some space, and I think the best way to get that is by playing as a fullback and the winger not tracking you back very much and utilising that advantage. So it wouldn't be for me. I'd be more intrigued by Walker-Peters ahead of Juve if you were going to go with the 2 fullback combo.
What's his posture like?
You
do like your posture, don't you? He's a posture observer.
tells you a lot about the player's intentions.
I thought you were going to say a person. But Joe Hart was bloody sat in a chair.
Yeah, but he's got magnificent posture.
Yeah, I know. So you like it, don't you?
He's
Making me feel awkward. Hold on.
He's a very big person anyway, but it's just the way he just stands so upright is just.
Yeah.
I don't know. You must almost have to teach yourself to do that.
I'd imagine so.
Naturally, you become quite slouched, don't you?
I wonder what he's like on the sofa.
I reckon he sits on a dining chair. He takes it through
with the head bit right there.
Yeah, no headrest, just a traditional dining chair. I reckon he takes it through to the living room and just sits on it. I don't think he wants his chair to be quite like 90 degrees. He wants to be. I don't think he likes a sofa.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Maybe he's got one of those like, what do you call them? Like a Chelsea armchair. Do you know the ones with a really high back, but they're also very square? I reckon he's got one of them.
I don't know the Chelsea one.
I don't know if it's called. I don't know if it's. It might not be Chelsea.
A Chesterfield.
That's the one. Chester.
Yeah. Okay.
So I reckon he's got one of them. A leather one. I think that's where he sits in.
Nice.
And
Malik as well. You think?
No, he's slouched. He's hunched when he crosses. He's very hunched over. He's very.
Right.
He's very head over the ball when he crosses it, I find,
Yeah.
I find he's got a big swing of the leg when he goes to cross it. There's a good gap between Doof and the ball when he goes to cross it. He likes that long stride, and he's got a big swing back and whack.
Swing back, he gets the old hunchback going, and then the cross comes in. It's all part of the technique.
Look, this is why people tune into Hammer's Chat for this analysis. You don't get this on Monday Night Football, do you?
You don't get that the hunchback observation. You bloody don't. No way.
No, I mean I was tuning in.
Or the buggering.
I was tuning in on Monday night, listening to Jamie Carragher ranting about how centre backs these days are so structured that they won't communicate with each other. So when the opposition, opponent appears in a place where you're not trained for, you're not ready for someone, you've got all your pre-match prep, and no one said, oh, by the way, this is what to do if an attacker comes between the centre-backs, this is what to do. And because it's not happened, he said last time, he's talking about the Chelsea-Newcastle game, because Willock just ran through the middle of the team. But Fofana and, can't recall who the other centre-back was, let's just say it was Hato, they were so like, this is my position, that neither of them was like, excuse me, someone needs to mark him. So they were that was what Carragher was speaking about. And Henry was displaying the body language of a senior, so that when Newcastle broke Chelsea's press, he turned around, threw his arms and started walking back to the dugout. And Henry was saying he's not even watching the game. There's because Willock's in loads of space. He said, but the manager can't tell them, go mark him, because the manager's got his back to the match. He's sulking. He's on his way back to the dugout, throwing his arms around. Henry's like, he literally cannot see what's happening because he's having a tantrum. And Newcastle went through and goal and made it 1-0. Willock gave it to Gordon. He scored, sorted. So there you go.
So what? Sorry, what were you saying? What were you saying? There was no. You were bored by what Carragher was saying.
No, I'm saying I was fascinated by it. And
you were fascinated. Sorry.
If you, as a consumer, tuned into Monday Night Football, you'd probably learn something. But if you tune into this,
what? You'd learn something here. Learn a lot about Joe Hart, about dining chairs. Did you? There was someone on the radio the other day, and he was talking about Rossini. The trouble is with Rossini, and I loved Leroy. I really, really did. Right. But he is becoming a bit of a laughing stock. I just think you just should have left it. You should have left it with the praising of the ball. Don't even if it was happening, don't mention it. Pretend it's not, right? Right. You should know yourself. Actually, that looks ridiculous. But so now people are watching you because you're doing this crazy shit, right? And somebody on the radio had commented. So I think they were 8-3 down to Paris Saint-Germain. Is that right?
Yeah.
Right. And then he started writing something on a note, and he's passed a note to one of the substitutes. Right, okay. And I was just interested in the person saying, what could possibly be on, of any interest or any use at all, could possibly be on that note? Do you know what I mean?
I've seen people using AI to come up with their theories. And one of them, because Garnacho gets it, and he goes on and gives it to Tossin. And so the AI is playing the real footage from the game, and then the AI bit comes in, and on the note it says Garnacho is shit.
Oh, right, okay.
And it's don't pass to Garnacho.
Yeah, he hasn't blessed the ball,
No, but they didn't do the respect the ball on Monday night against Everton.
Okay.
They weren't on the halfway line, but Everton obviously thumped them 3-0, blew them off the pitch. Everton did. And then Everton tweeted a picture of James Garner holding the ball saying, respect the ball. I mean, you just open yourself up to...
Yes, you do. To ridicule. To ridicule. And it all like the Lego thing. And okay, it's fine. Just don't tell everyone. And, I don't know. It reminded me when he sort of got away with this because he was number 2 to Fergie, Steve McLaren. But he sent them for ballet classes and stuff like that to work on their agility. Oh, look, okay, but don't let it get out. I probably don't tell anyone. You know what I
mean? Brilliant. Anyway, right, live chat. Returning to you again. Everyone's just slagging off Liam Senior now. Sign saying Fernandes can play more attacking. Souček can run in boxes. We have 7 great headers on Disasi Todibo, Mavpanos, Wan-Bissaka, Souček, Tati, and Pablo. We will score a set piece. Mark my words. That's Sign's words, though, not mine. Just to be clear. Someone asked earlier, Do you have a preferred outcome in the Spurs v Forest game? If someone had to win, what would you?
I think that is really tough. I think Spurs have got the easier running. So maybe I'd prefer them to win.
Yeah, and I think they're more likely to improve as well. Whereas I think
Yes.
Forest, they've got Chris Wood coming back, and that's it. The rest of the players have been around the entire time. So I think I would agree with that. I think I would prefer a draw. However, if one of them had to win, it would be Spurs, and just really push Forest as the.
I mean, there's a story there, isn't there? I know that obviously it's a big story with Tottenham, but there is a big story of Nuno being sacked by Forest, coming to West Ham, Forest getting relegated, keeping us up, and then him suing Forest.
Yeah.
That's a soap opera. Never mind a story.
Yeah, Paul said, now, can anyone tell me if we've got a set-piece coach? I mentioned it a couple of times, but no one seems to know.
You did.
The evidence is a resounding no. Instead of the standard under the crossbar corner, who do we have?
I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. And I did.
We'll have someone that does it, but I don't think we have a specific one.
I don't have a specialist. I don't think. No.
Who? No. Oh, who was it? I'm sure someone said in an interview very recently we don't have one. Maybe it wasn't West Ham. I definitely read an interview, and it's really bugging me now.
Yeah, but Paul has asked before. But I did ask. I didn't ask someone. I said, "How the hell would I know?" Yeah. So yeah. I don't know.
Oh, this is gonna really bug me now. This is really gonna annoy me. I seen it the other day. It was literally this week, but I'm trying to think, was it a West Ham player or not?
Let me just deal with this. No, Malk. They're just adverts, mate.
It's.
I'll pass your number on if anyone gets in touch.
It's the new. It's the news. It's the new cash converters.
These times of austerity, you got to do what you got to do, haven't you? Let's be fair.
Yeah.
Co-ops, you've seen crikey. You've seen the price of toothpaste in co-op.
This thing's good. Paul, you've really annoyed me here. I know it's not your fault, Paul. You just asked a very natural question, but
he's glitching. Gio is glitching. He said nothing for about a minute. You've frozen him.
Because I've seen it this week. I've seen it. Someone saying we don't have a set piece coach, and for some reason I think it was a West Ham player, but I'm starting to question that bit of information in my head. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to give up.
Yeah, I think so.
But I'm convinced I've seen it.
I've got to go as well.
Well, you do, because your daughter keeps posting in the live chat.
I know, but that's because I need to, in between now and the game starting, I've actually got to go and pick up her friend and bring her back and get ready for the game.
That's her reminding you then, isn't it?
I don't really, yeah, trying to be pleasant. And there may even be a trip to Greg's involved, and you know what kids like. She said, "I've got what did she say? I've got £4.11 pets." You know, they say stuff like that, which basically means
you're paying.
I'm buying Greg's.
Yeah, and are you going to rob a 12-year-old over £4 as well? You can't say, all right, give me your money then.
Yeah.
Right, before you go,
maybe 11 pence. Yeah.
Before you go, we obviously asked the live chat for the predictions. 835 people voted. What percentage do you think have gone for a West Ham win?
40%.
52%.
Wow.
Of you think West Ham will win. 33%. So therefore, 85% of you think West Ham will not lose today. And obviously that leaves 15% going for an Aston Villa win. Gonzo, thank you very much. A pleasure as always. Gonzo will be back with his review on the Fulham channel after the game. You sticking with 2-0?
2-1, but I fancy West Ham will win. Go with 2-1, but have a good watch along, and I'll see you later.
Thank you very much. Right, it's just me and you guys now. Thank you very much. Let me just get rid of the old headphone. It is old. That headphone's been done me for years. That headphone has. I tell you what, I don't even know if it's a brand. It's a crap one. It's just a cheap headphone. It's done me for years. That has. This one, not cheap. This bloody thing. Not done me for years. It's shite. Don't buy this one. Anyway. that is cheaper to resolve than this. Just give me 1 second. Let him for. There we go. Now I've got my ears. Both ears are in. And oh my God, Sunderland have just scored. In the 89th minute, Sunderland have made it 2-1 at St James's Park. Brian Robbie has scored. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, damn. Damn. That is a big goal for Sunderland and a big goal for Newcastle as well. Ho, ho. I'll tell you something, when we were linked to Robbie, I wasn't too sure, but having seen him at Sunderland, I have to say he's been a good signing. I think he would have worked well for us, to be honest with you. He's saying it as well. JH is saying he would have been good for us, and Toddy's saying we should have got him. He's been a very good signing for them. Very good signing. Anyway, right then. Just want to say a quick thank you to Sketch. Thank you very much for the €5, saying hammers and fingers crossed. And also to Brian, saying my son Reed is here for his first Hammers Chat Live preview. He says, hello, Mr. Gonzo. Hello, Mr. Gonzo. Reed, hello. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope you're being nice to your dad. He's a good man, your dad. We like your dad very much here on Hammers Chat. But Brian, thank you very much for the support. And thank you to everyone for the support in the live chat. There's no adverts on the Watchalong. There is once you're in it. There's no adverts during the Watchalong, thanks to the support in the live chat. Right then, what we got? 25 minutes until kickoff. How are we all feeling? Rob was saying we've got a bit better at set pieces. We're defending them better. Liverpool game aside, we've scored a couple recently at least. I agree. I mean, we faced 15 against Man City. Lewis says, I'm not confident. Wish I was. We've got to go down. How quickly will Nuno change things up? Yeah, I'm not confident either. I'm a bit worried, actually. Been optimistic all week, but with the news Somerville's out and then the back three today, nerves are my overriding emotion at the minute. But yeah, I'm not too confident either, Lewis. I'm just hoping. I'm confident in a few things. I'm confident that we'll be hard to beat. I'm confident the boys will give everything. I'm confident about a lot of things, but winning, not so sure. I'm just hoping that Villa continue their poor Premier League form and we can get the win and get out of there. Times are saying sticking with the back three rarely works for us, and we risk injuring one of our informed centre-backs rather than rotating them. Could cost us dearly at this stage of the season. The thing is, with the back three, whilst I appreciate, I've made it clear that it's not what I would have done. But what I will say is Villa struggled against Wolves, who play a back three. So I don't know, maybe Nuno's looked at that and thought, oh, well then, that's what we're going to go do today. It worked for Wolves. It might work for us today. Hatsane just pulled up to the Detroit Hammers watch party. You're always my go-to pre-game listen as I head down to Detroit. I love that. Do you know something? I actually love that. The fact that, some people get together, it doesn't matter where you live, people get together, they watch West Ham together as well and have that community bonding over West Ham. I absolutely love that. Well, listen, Hat, enjoy it, have a good one, and I hope the rest of your Detroit Hammers have a fantastic afternoon as well. Graham saying, I think we'll be solid defending. The attack is going to rest on how confident Bone is feeling. We need to get him in goal and get his shooting eye on. I agree with that. Tony saying Spurs are away to Sunderland next. I didn't know that. That's good then. A nice little confidence boost before them. Thomas saying before the Fulham game, he said we need 4 from our next 3. I did. We've achieved it. I would just like more. I'm a bit greedy, I'll be honest with you. Dean saying, I'm up for this today. Got loads of confidence after last week against City. Not sure why everyone is worried. Villa in not good form. I think it's the opportunity. I think it's the occasion. The fact that it's such a big game or such a big occasion. I think it just naturally makes people feel nervous. Even if Somerville was playing and we were playing a back 4 and Somerville was in his normal position, I'd still feel really nervous, Dean, because of the opportunity that lies on. And I think we've done so well to get to this point over the last 2 and a bit months from that Nottingham Forest defeat to get here. And I feel like every week we've not taking a step back. Some weeks we've just kicked the can down the road, gone as we were. Like last week, we all drew, right? We didn't make up ground, we didn't lose ground. But I feel like every week we've either gained a little bit, whether it be a point, or we've stayed where we were. And I think today there's a possibility that we take a step back, and I think that's what's going to be difficult for us, especially on the eve of an international break as well. That's not what you want. You want to go into it feeling good. But should we lose here for this win, it's going to be quite... It's going to be a blow. It's going to be a blow. Because I'm not alone in this. Myself, plenty of other people, not everyone, for one reason or another, but plenty of us thought we were going to go down after we got beat by Nottingham Forest. For me, that was it. I saw that. We got beat, 7 points behind. I thought, nah, I can't see it. I accepted relegation then. And for weeks, I've just enjoyed watching West Ham. We win, we draw. I've been enjoying it. But there's been little feeling attached to it in the grand scheme of things. So I watch it, I enjoy it. And I've been feeling really positive for quite a few weeks now. And a lot of that has been down to the fact that I didn't feel the pressure, the emotional pressure of we could go down. I'd already accepted it. But they've dragged me back in now. They've dragged me. That win against Fulham was huge. That was the night I thought, do you know what? Maybe we're going to do this. Maybe Bradley's right. Maybe Ironix is right. Just 2 subscribers that have been confident from... Even after Forest, they were still confident we were going to stay up. I thought, maybe they're right. Maybe we are going to stay up. And I got my belief back. Draw against City, wow. Feeling of pride, etc. But it's the hope that kills you and all that. And I think I've not had hope of staying up for quite a while. So it's made it easier to enjoy West Ham. But now they've got me back in. They've really got me back in now. I'm going through the emotional ringer in the last week or so. Hammerboy08 saying attack today and I think we will win. Sit back and I'm not so sure. We don't need to defend like we did against City. I agree with that one. Iron saying I built it up in my own head as it feels winnable, so now I've got more nerves. That's a bit like myself. I'm very similar to you. Nick saying not feeling confident because I don't know where we will get opportunities to attack. Only one shot last week. Rob was saying if we go through March unbeaten, that would be great work and beyond most expectations. And I agree with that. It's beyond my expectations. Nick is saying that's why I am nervy. Graham is watching in Maryland, USA with his 19-year-old daughter. She talks like an American nowadays, but watching Hammer's chat and the game is a nice little reminder that she was born in E17. I love that. Well, I hope you're both well, Graham, and hopefully you can celebrate a West Ham win together. Avid saying this week, more than any other week, we need 3 points. We have to capitalise on Forest playing Spurs. Someone above us is dropping points. This isn't just a 6-point game. It's a golden opportunity. Agree. Paul feels nervous because Stuart Atwell is on VAR. Guarantee he has a negative impact on us sooner or later. Fortune saying plucky draws no good with 7 games to go. I mean, it could be today. I don't want to play for the draw to make it... I think I've made that clear. But if we draw and Spurs win, we do come out the bottom 3. So it could be enough to move up a place. Gut said, I haven't had hope we were staying up since November, personally. But I'm never giving up supporting. Do you have hope now? Gus, can I ask, Gut? Do you have hope now? Have you got some back? Oh, sorry. No, sorry. I've completely misread that, Gut. I read it as you gave up in November. I'm sorry. I apologise. I've reread it. I get what you're saying now, which is you've always had hope. I apologise. Jamie is saying... Jamie, who I still need to reply to. Jamie, can you email me Tuesday or Wednesday, please, with the same email that you sent me a couple of weeks ago? Just resend it. I will get back to you. And Jamie's saying, I'm looking forward to today. West Ham win. As a team, I feel like we are showing our true potential. I wish we had Nuno from the start. Gio, question. Who was Adama meant to be the super sub for? Probably Somerville. Probably Somerville. So I get where you're coming from here, which is, well, why did you not start? I completely get it. Tony's saying, I think that, sadly, Spurs have turned the corner and will beat Forest today. It's going to be us or Forest for the drop. Well, if we win, If we win, we cannot say that. Well, you can, but Leeds are straight back in it big time. It's full time at St James's Park. Newcastle United 1, Sunderland 2. 09, very emotional at full time after his mistake earlier on in the game, which gave Newcastle the lead. Key is saying, just watch Newcastle Watchalong. It's amazing how many of these safe clubs want to sack their manager. I'm assuming Geordie's want Howe's sacked. I think it feels like it's coming to its natural end anyway. I think I'll be surprised if Howe's at Newcastle next season. I've felt it for a few weeks. For those who watch Tart and Geo, they'll be able to back me up if I require backing up. But I've just felt for a couple of months now at least that things just feel a little bit stale at Newcastle. And I think change in the dugout will occur in the summer. John says it feels like the biggest match day so far. Leslie saying, I don't think Spurs have an easy run-in. Sunderland and Brighton both going for place in Europe. Wolves are no pushovers. And Spurs then have to play Villa themselves. Ben saying, I've got faith in the boys. But as everyone's saying, the 3 points are so important. Now entering a pub with Arsenal fans rooting for us. So that's nice. Of course, they're going to want Spurs down, aren't they? Brilliant. Kiyose is saying that he placed a bet a few days ago on the Spurs win, West Ham draw. Never thought I'd bet on Spurs to win something, but I think it will happen. Plinks. Have you got a score prediction? It's been 1-0 in my preview. I'm just going to stick with my 1-0. I'm not as confident. I think maybe 1-1. I'll go 1-1. Preview I said 1-0, but I did stress it was dependent on Somerville. And I know you're going to think, hang on a minute. Somerville fit, you think we score 1 and don't concede. Somerville unfit, you think we draw 1-1. How does that work? I don't know. I can't explain it. That's just my gutbuster. Oh, you read it right the first time. I believe we're going down since November, as much as I've enjoyed. I think it's over. What makes you think it's over, if you don't mind me asking? Bear in mind right now, today, we're level on points with Nottingham Forest. So what makes you think we're relegated? I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm genuinely intrigued as to what's forming the opinion that you've got at the minute. India saying, I thought Howe was a Newcastle legend, brought them their first trophy and has put them into Europe for a couple of seasons. I think he is, but I think it just feels a bit stale at St James's Park, that's all. Bobby saying, a good friend of mine is a Geordie. What he describes to me is exactly what I felt with Moyes in his last 18 months, so I get it. GK saying, thank you for not having adverts during the watch-alongs. West Ham YouTube channel the other night had adverts during London 21. They always have adverts on London 21's games. That's the reason I've got YouTube Premium. But no, it's no problem. It's only thanks to the support in the live chat I can afford to not have adverts during the watch-along. Hopefully got one when you clicked on one though. Rob was saying, played 9 games since we lost to Forest. In those games, we've accrued 5 more points than Leeds, 7 more than Forest, and 12 more than Spurs. We have momentum. Guys saying, I think it's between Forest, us, Leeds. Spurs will start winning now. Dean sticking with 3-1. West Ham. Bowen, Mavropanos header again, and Souček to get the goals. I want a Pablo goal today. If I can be picky, I'd like a Pablo goal. I want to see one of our strikers scoring anyway, because I feel like you're going to stay up. You're going to need your striker scoring goals. And Tati's got a few since he's come in. I want to see Pablo get off the mark. Anyway, kickoff just 15 minutes away at Villa Park. The nerves are starting to build. Let me change my channel so I can get the Villa West Ham game. That would be handy, wouldn't it? That would be helpful. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Now I'm ready to rock and roll. Mayo saying Spurs might start winning now. I need to see evidence before I start agreeing to that. I understand they played well against Atletico Madrid. I didn't watch it, so that's why I'm struggling to agree to it. But I still think a lot of the players playing today are responsible for where they are currently. You can maybe say the same about us, to be fair. India saying 2-1. Juve cross to Tati header and Fernandez through ball to Bowen. for them. And he thinks Sancho is going to curl one in for Villa. Dan said he's so nervous for this. We're not doomed if we lose, but you can imagine a buzz if we win. It's right before. Dean, it's on Sky Sports Premier League. It's on Sky Sports Premier League. And the main event is the other game. It's the Tottenham game, so I had to switch over. In regards to Dan, which is saying, imagine the buzz if we win, I completely agree. As I was rose from my sofa, departing the living room after watching the first half at St James's Park, as I said to Mrs. Gio, I'm off to work. I said to her, I'm either going to come back and I'm going to be buzzing, or I'm going to be sad. And there's a bit in the middle where I'm probably just a bit meh. Meh as we draw. But I could be like, we win, and if there's a draw at Spurs, oh, that would be incredible. I think if Forest win, I think that might, I don't know, not take the shine off it, because we'll both be above Spurs. It'll be funny. But I don't know. I think Forest winning would feel a bit frustrating, whilst funny at Tottenham. But we just need to win. Please win. Ray is saying apparently Tadebo's ruled out. You what? You what? Is Tadebo out? Oh no. It's true. Tadebo will no longer be involved in the game. He's felt some discomfort during a passing drill and kept pointing towards his right calf. His teammates embraced him before he left the field. Freddie Potts is set to replace him. So Freddie Potts is coming in. So Tadebo's out of the starting 11 and Potts is in. Wow. Okay. Wow. So Potts coming in to replace Tadebo. Well, the good news is he's not put Kilman in, right? I'm glad he's not just going, oh, well, I'll put Kilman in there. We've got a tweet now. This is from West Ham United. The official account said, Freddie Potts will replace Jean-Claire Tadebo in the starting lineup, and Finn Herrick is now on the bench. Have we not got an outfielder? Why would Mayers not be there just in case, or Orford? Why have we not got an outfielder ready to step onto the bench? That feels silly. I have to agree with this, what Chris is saying, a couple of others, which is all week we've been planning for this game with a back three. Then at the very last minute, we've got to switch to back four. Right, okay, so take Potts off the bench. Put Herrick on it. I cannot control the graphic on the screen. They'll switch it as soon as they realise, they'll switch it. But that's Freddie Potts coming into the team. Just to confirm for anyone wondering, well, I say anyone, it might only just be Cookie that's wondering, but I need to confirm because business. Cookie saying, is Raffle buy two to get third free? It is. It should be very obvious when you're on there. It should be very obvious that it's buy two tickets, get your third free, but that is the case, Cookie, yes. Thank you very much. Megan would have loved to see Kante come on into midfield. She's adored what she's seen of him. Robbo saying, Potts ahead of Magassa. Not too surprising. When Magassa came on against Brentford, he wasn't good. He looked like he had someone else's boots on. He was poor against Brentford. Andrew saying, I'm okay with any away draw, especially against a Champions League contender. Still want a win, though. Graham saying it's a blow losing to Debo, but having to change formation is a problem. It's not ideal preparation, especially 10 minutes before the game. It's not even like early in the warm-up. It's very late on in the day, but we're going to have to get on with it. He's going to have to step up quickly, Potts. interesting. Very, very interesting. Hopefully, the thing is, I'm confident he's going to give everything Potts. He just needs to be a bit disciplined today. He can be a bit risky, can't he? I know he got sent off against Burton, but just in general, I think he can be a bit risky. Apologies, everyone. I'm sneezing away over here. Right then, kick-off, 7 minutes away at Villa Park. Freddie Potts coming in to replace Todibo, who is injured. Paul says that's okay. Back forward, Potts patrolling in front. So restriction, Rogers, McGinn's attacking threat, at least it's not Kilman. The one thing I will say, it might get Fernandez a little bit further forward. I think if I'm Nuno, I'm trying to, or even Souček. I know Souček isn't everyone's cup of tea, and I get it, but Potts being in the team, going to back four means that one of Fernandez or Souček can just be a little bit further forward now, and get them up the pitch so that when we do play counter-attacking football, when we do go forward, we've got someone closer to the attack. If this was the starting 11, right? If this was the starting 11, as in when it got announced, I think I'd be quite happy. I'd be okay with it. What's making me nervous is just like Chris and others have commented, saying it's the preparation. You know, all week we've been planning for this game at the back three, and suddenly with 10 minutes for a kickoff, we're switching to back four. So preparation's not ideal, but there's every possibility that should the game, be 0-0 or should we have gone behind, there's every possibility we would have had to switch formation to back four anyway during the game. So I expect us to be reasonably prepared, even though this wasn't what we were planning on doing. I still expect us to react quite well. And it's better that the change is made 10 minutes before kickoff than 10 minutes into the first half, for example. So I'm okay with it. Initially, it's more the surprise element. The more I think about it, the more I'm okay with it. But it's just the whole lack of prep type thing. So we'll wait and see. Make West Ham great again, saying if it was a back three he should stick to it. It just goes to show. I think what it does go to show is that earlier on, I'm getting there, I promise you. Earlier on, Gary said, I think he's gone with his best players he has at the minute, and that's a back three, right? And I think this shows that, because, hear me out. So he's gone with his back three, Todibo comes out, and instead of putting Kilman in, he's put Potts in, which shows that initially the lineup wasn't because he feels like the formation was that the best formation to beat Aston Villa. Because if he felt like that, if he believed that, then I think make West Ham great again's right. If he feels that this is the formation and this is the way and this is the system to beat Aston Villa, then surely he would stick to it. But he hasn't. He's put Potts in, which makes me think he's picked his best 11 players. One of them's got injured, and he's gone, right, well, what do I consider to be my next best 11? And that's Freddie Potts. Does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. Christian saying the same thing. Kilman's interested. He was starting for us, and now his West Ham career looks like it's done. We don't forfeit a sub from anyone asking. Herrick is on the bench instead of, well, it was Potts' space, so he's gone. So we've got two goalkeepers on the bench this afternoon, which is frustrating. I don't know why we don't have an out. Why is it saying 6? Oh, I do know why it's saying 6-7. Hang on a minute. That's because of the the penalty shootout in the under-21s final the other night. That's why. There we go. Back to 0-0. The clock is ready to go. I am ready to go. The teams are ready to go. They're coming out the tunnel as we speak. Kano saying maybe Herrick can do a job on the wing. Brilliant. To be fair, he could. He's got the footwork for it. For anyone that didn't see his first touch. Grumpy, this is an interesting suggestion. He could put Souček as a third defender and put Potts in. Hopefully not. Ian saying you don't go into a game without a plan B or C. We have to be versatile, and he also reckons he likes this unplanned change. RC saying, are the links in the Hammershot Discord for the game legit? You don't really get legit. Let me word this correctly. Usually in the Hammers Chat Discord, there's a link in the description below. Don't click on it. Do not click on it, because there's some naughty people on there post links to the West Ham game, illegal streams. They post links to illegal streams. So be careful, because if you accidentally go on Discord, you may see links to illegal streams. And you don't want that, of course, because everyone watching this is very well behaved and would never, ever watch an illegal stream of football. So just be careful when you're scrolling in the description below. Right then. Kickoff, 1 minute away. Gio, very nervous. Come on, boys. Don't. Massive opportunity, this. Huge opportunity. Win this, we're out the bottom 3. Simple as that. Draw this and we might be at the bottom 3, but I don't like that. I don't want to play like that. I want to do our bit. And that's winning. Villa, a good team on their day, but they've not been on their day for a little while now. I think there's an opportunity here for us. I am fucking nervous still, I'll tell you that for free. Right then, how are we all feeling? Kick off a minute away. I'll be a little bit delayed because A, I'm watching on the iPad, and B, there's a delay between me speaking and you hearing it anyway. There's about a 15-second natural delay because of the way YouTube works, I guess. Crazy saying 2-0 West Ham. Intox is nervous. Chris is saying win. Aswika is saying hold the faith, we've got this. Gerard saying we can beat anyone. Here we go. Come on. Let me get the clock ready. The clock is ready to go. I am ready to go. Brent says nervous. Villa Park. McGinn back. We need to rely on luck and hope while we sit back for 70 minutes. We'll see. I'm not so sure we will, but we'll see. Avid is nervously fruity, if that makes any sense. It makes total sense. Major said he's had a massive nervous poo. Len saying late change is going to help us. We're going to win this. Come on, boys. Come on. Now, for anyone that's tuned in late, Tadibo is out of the team. He's picked up a calf injury during warm-up, so he is out of the starting 11. Reddy Potts is in to the starting 11. Late change for West Ham, just 10 minutes before kickoff. Fernandez will get the game underway. Fucking hell, I'm nervous. And we're off. Fernandez goes back to Hermansen, who goes long. It's how we like to take kickoffs at West Ham towards Souček. Wan-Bissaka, a lot of head tennis going on here between the two teams. And McGinn just gives it to Ollie Watkins. That's a nice touch by John McGinn, but Watkins is marshalled by Mavpanos, and Rogers switches play out to Matty Cash. Now, looking at the lineup, Pablo has left midfield. It's a 4-5-1 for West Ham. Potts is evidently a little bit deeper. We'll see if Fernandez is further forward or whether Potts is behind Souček and Fernandez. But Fernandez is certainly trying to help Tati press at the minute rather than Pablo. So Pablo will be playing left midfield today. And it looks like Fernandez and Souček are just going to have similar roles in central midfield. It's just Potts is just going to be behind them. And I imagine he's just going to man mark John McGinn in this one as he starts in the number 10 role. And Morgan Rogers is to the left of Villa's attack with Sancho on the right as Mavpanos looks for Pablo. West Ham feel like it took a deflection, but the linesman says nope, and it's a throw-in to Villa. But Pablo wins it off Sancho, gives it to Thomas Souček, he gives it back to Juve and to Potts. And the first time, 90 seconds into the game, for the first time, West Ham are able to string a few passes together and just get on the ball. After quite a scrappy start to the match, as you would expect so early on in the match. But Mavpanos went long looking for Jaibo, and he couldn't quite bring it down, and Villa regained possession. A disjointed press there. Tati went to press Konsa, and Souček joined in by sitting on Onana, but no one picked up Pau Torres, who's collected it from Martinez. And he puts it down the left, but it's a poor ball, and Mavpanos gathers that one up easily enough. Just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's joining me. Please do drop a like on the video by clicking thumbs up if you're yet to do so. I appreciate the support. It does help the channel, but it also helps this video in particular. So people come onto YouTube, type in Aston Villa West Ham. This could be the #1 recommended video thanks to you guys clicking that thumbs up button. So I just want to say a huge thank you. And please also consider subscribing if you're new to Hammers Chat. I do a watch along for every West Ham game. I'll be doing my review after the match as well. I'll be doing my best to bring you commentary from all the action at Villa Park over the next 90 odd minutes as Matty Cash has it just inside West Ham's half. And he goes back to Konsa before playing out to Pau Torres. Look at Dean just coming down that left-hand side, forcing Jared Bowen back, and a bit of confusion there between Wan-Bissaka and Bowen. Morgan Rogers, who's playing to the left of Aston Villa's attack, he's just coming 15, 20 yards inside and dropping deep, and Wan-Bissaka's going with him. And look at Dean's going on the overlap, and Jared Bowen's going with him, which means Jared Bowen is currently further behind and Wan-Bissaka out of possession. But Souček's picked the ball up for West Ham, giving it to our actual right back. He gives it to Bowen, and he goes all the way back to Mads Hermansen as West Ham just try and get their foot on the ball here. Disasi returning to Villa Park after the loan spell last season as Freddie Potts is on the ball for the first time this afternoon. A lovely ball out to Juve, and he's collected it, and he's taken on Matty Cash, and it's Juve into the box. He crosses it, and it's blocked by Konsa. And Fernandez will pick this one up, and he goes back to Disasi to recycle possession for West Ham. But a really, really nice ball by Freddie Potts there over the top for Juve to get in behind the right back. And he skinned Matty Cash, and Cash had a hold of his shirt, but referee played advantage, which is the correct decision. Juve was on his feet, but his cross was easily blocked by Konsa at the front post. Wasn't the best cross in the world by Juve, but a promising start. Good play there by Freddie Potts, who's seen a lot of the ball since I've been discussing what just happened. He's in between the two centre-backs currently, just playing it between Disasi and Mavropanos. Fernandez dropped into a left-back role just to pick the ball up here for West Ham. Villa sitting right off us at the minute. Watkins and McGinn on the halfway line, but quite compact Aston Villa. Not much room in between their back line and front line, which sees West Ham just playing it around on the halfway line. And we're happy to get on the ball. We're happy to just play it along there at the minute. Disasi, Mavpanos, Souček and the likes. As Disasi goes long, looking for the run of Wan-Bissaka, and it's out for a goal kick. But do you know what? I think that's okay. I don't think that's the worst idea, Disasi. It's a long ball. Wan-Bissaka's made the move. It's not worked, but you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to just try and you're going to have to gamble. On another long ball, that's okay. It works. Wan-Bissaka gets there. I don't mind it. Not everything's going to be perfect. Just don't make any big errors, please. Thanks to Metal on both legs. I hope you're doing really well. I think the last time you commented on Watchalong, you were in hospital, so I hope you're out of hospital, but I could be wrong. Forgive me if I am. Sancho cuts across towards Watkins, as well defended by Mavropanos. Really good defending by Mavropanos. But thank you for the support. Very, very kind of you. Matty Cash, nice pass in there to Sancho, who's between Juve and Disasi. Puts cross along this through the 6-yard box to Ollie Watkins, but Mavropanos just put it behind for a goal kick. A corner kick. Good defending by the Greek. Good run by Sancho. In comes the corner. I think it falls to Sancho, but it's well blocked by Fernandes, and that looked dangerous there from Aston Villa. I think it might have even hit Onana possibly in front of our goalkeeper. Initially, it was a good corner in by Cash, but I think it might have hit a Villa player. But it fell for Sancho, whose cross was blocked. His shot was blocked by Fernandes, and it's a throw in to Aston Villa down this right hand side. In front of the West Ham fans, Matty Cash will take a long throw here. And it goes towards Torres, in towards Onana, but it's headed away and cleared away by Tati. Only far as Lucadine! And it's tipped round the post by Mads Hermansen. He caught that well, Lucadine. He caught it well. The long throw came in. It was Disasi that got ahead to it, and Tati cleared it out further. Lucadine brought it down onto his left foot from distance. He struck it sweetly, and Mads Hermansen, I say he tipped it round the post. I think it was going wide, but he couldn't know that. He got his fingertips to it anyway and put out for a corner. In it comes from Cash, and it's headed by someone, and that's a dangerous ball. Hansen gets a fist to it. Bowen clears it, and that's 2 corners now from Aston Villa, and they're both landing right under the crossbar, and both of them have caused a spot of border there. Mavropanos, superb defending. Yeah, it's really good defending by Mavropanos. Hermansen didn't get anywhere near it initially. He got the second ball, but great defending. Otherwise, Matty Cash is scoring directly from a corner there. Villa take the throw in, but Mavropanos does well against Ollie Watkins. Bowen gets tackled by Lucadine, and it's a throw into West Ham over on our right-hand side. 8 minutes gone at Villa Park. A few moments of opportunity for Aston Villa there. I don't know what's happening because I've been watching Todibo for the last 10 seconds. And now I'm watching Freddie Potts. Lucadine, Aston Villa got a throw in somehow. Potts feeds it in to Tati. He goes down, but the referee, that's not Anthony Taylor, I think it's Paul Tierney. Yeah, it looks like Paul Tierney. He says no foul, and Villa have the ball just on the halfway line at the minute. Ross Barkley in possession, but his pass to Cash is cut out by Pablo, who's going to have a difficult shift against Villa's right back, but he gives it to Fernandes and gets it back and goes back to Potts. Villa pressing, ends up with Juve into Souček. Potts, good play by West Ham's midfield, good quick passing. Souček gives it out to Fernandes. He gets fouled by Matty Cash, and a free kick to West Ham just inside our half over on the left-hand side. Good quick passing by West Ham's midfield trio there. Under pressure from Villa. They were certainly man for man, but they did well. As Fernandes goes long, looking for Tati, but it's overhit, and it was offside anyway. But the referee plays advantage as it goes through to Martinez. 10 minutes gone at Villa Park. Aston Villa 0, West Ham 1. It's not 1-0. I don't know why I said that. It's 0-0. I've seen the future. Bowen hooks it away. Fernandez plays it even further away. But Torres brings it down under control, and Consa now has it for Villa. Oh, there was a ball there from Consa looking for Rogers. He just couldn't quite get on the end of it, and it went through to Hermansen, who's rolled it to Freddie Potts, who's travelling quite some way up the pitch here. He's got to the halfway line uncontested before giving it to Jufa out on the left-hand side. But Villa are back in numbers. West Ham just playing around at the back at the moment, just taking the sting out of the game. Disasi on the ball, gives it to Freddie Potts, who's in between the centre-backs once again, just on the halfway line for West Ham at the minute. Little movement ahead of him, little space ahead of him as well for Potts. Pablo's trying to make a move now. Tate's dropped deep to receive it from Juve and does. But he's faced with the same problem, which is there's nowhere to really go. So he goes back to Potts and out to Mavropanos. Bowen right up there on the Villa defence. Mavropanos put a ball forward, not the best one. Freddie Potts brings down Ollie Watkins, and I think he might get away with that one, but I don't think he's going to get away with another one like that. He's going to have to be careful, Potts. I think he's already sort of on the referee's radar. I think he's maybe a little bit unlucky. I think Potts gets the ball there before he touches Ollie Watkins, hence why he's avoided a yellow card. But it's free kick to Aston Villa. It's still Tottenham 0, Nottingham Forest 0 for anyone wondering. I'd imagine people will update us in the live chat if there's a goal, but I just thought I'd update you myself. A lot of hate in the live chat for the referee, which I can understand. As Lucadine sends a cross in towards Sancho, but Juve well defended. Sancho did a little dummy. He just stepped over it. Tried to let it go through to John McGinn, but Juve's read it well and he's put it out for a throw-in on the far side. Good tracking there by Juve. Feel like it's an iffy start from West Ham so far. Those corners are... Fernandez has conceded a free kick. It's on the edge of the box, as in vertically rather than distance. Fernandez fouling Rogers, and it is a foul. Can't have much complaints about that. Just been a bit of an iffy start. I think they've had 2 corners so far, Aston Villa, and they both dropped right under the crossbar, and they're giving Hermansen a little bit of bother. We're going to have to be careful here. I'm not feeling good about this start from West Ham. 40 minutes on the clock. Still 0-0, but I'm not enjoying it. It feels very... I think we look nervous. Lacking something. Anyway, free kick, and it comes. It doesn't. It goes to Sancho. He cuts it to John McGinn on the edge of the box. It's McGinn! Oh, for fuck's sake. One 0 Villa. Well worked move, but good finish by McGinn, but free kick. We're not marking him on the edge of the box, so they just go short. Sancho plays it to McGinn, who bends into the far corner, but fuck's sake. No one's near McGinn. Hermansen doesn't get near the ball. 1-0 Villa. Anyway, Bones won it back high up the pitch here. He puts the cross in towards Tati. Oh, it's wide. It's wide. Good opportunity. I think the referee might have given a free kick against Tati as he sort of shoved Konsa, but no, he didn't give the free kick. He just gave the goal kick. Good, big chance that for Tati. Won the header, went well wide. This is going to be difficult. This is going to be difficult. Pablo, he loses out to John McGinn, and it's going to go out for a throw into West Ham on our left side, just inside the Villa half. I'm now looking at McPhee, the set-piece coach for Aston Villa. Austin, I think his first name is. Oh, Joof, he's been caught. He's lost out to Onana, who's giving it to Ollie Watkins. He's in a bit of space on this right-hand side here. It's Ollie Watkins. He crosses it, but it's not the best cross in the world. Lucadine will pick it up on the far side, though. Gives it back to Ross Barkley. He goes for goal, but it's blocked by Tom Soucek, and Freddie Potts heads it away, but only goes as far as Matty Cash. We are not on it today. There's nothing about us so far. 17.5 minutes in. I'm pretty disappointed with what I've seen. Watkins. Rogers fumbles over the ball. Soucek picks it up. There's no one ahead of him. There's Tati, but he's marked up. Wan-Bissaka, he tries to find Tati. He's never going to pull that pass off, and we just give it straight back to Villa. Any time when we get the ball, we're just giving it straight back to them. Onana looks put over the top for Cash, and Joof doesn't quite see out for a goal kick, but Hermansen gathers up the cross. I'm not enjoying this. I'm not enjoying this. Manson just dribbling out from the box with the ball at the minute before giving it to Disasi. He just gives it back to Manson. I'm not keen. Pablo's playing makeshift left midfield. It's not working. I don't know, maybe we just need to put one of the central midfielders out on the left and put Pablo central alongside Tati and go to that 4-4-2. Wan-Bissaka with another poor pass, and it's gone out for a throw, and he's had a poor start to the game as well. Come on. There's a lack of fight. There's a lack of fight in us today. I don't really feel much grit, aggression. There's none. There's no about us. We're very passive. Villa are just knocking the ball around pretty easily at the minute. Sancho's on the ball currently. He chips it in towards Onana, and it's just wide. I mean, bloody hell. This is going to be... two. We're going to have to do something. We're going to need to change something. It's 20 minutes in. We've not even got it out of our half yet. Well, a couple of occasions we have, but it's all Villa. It's all Villa currently. We need to change something. Everything's wrong about us. I'm surprised and disappointed at the attitude. I can accept we're missing Somerville, sure. Come up with something different. He did. He couldn't play it today. He won't get injured. But the lack of fight what we've shown in the first 20 minutes that's the most disappointing thing, because even when we've not been at our best in the last couple of months, I've always felt like we were giving everything. I'm not feeling that right now. Onana shrugs off Pablo. Potts goes in, but the referee plays on. Rodgers gives it to Watkins. Dean's on the overlap. Panos is going to have to do well. Dean cuts it across, but Disasi does well to get it away, but only as far as Barkley. And Jared Bowen will win this back, and he does, and he gets a goal kick. This is not good. I'm seeing Jared Bowen doing a lot of defending in the first 20 minutes, but that's it. I don't know. At least swap Pablo and Tate. Pablo's not playing well on that left-hand side. Everything I read about him when we signed him was that he's like a number 9, a number 9, a number 9. I've been surprised we've played him almost as a second striker so far, but this left midfield role, he worked hard against Man City, but it's terrible. Bowen and Pablo are just defending at the minute. Watkins, I mean, that's not far wide from Watkins as well. 22 minutes gone, we're getting battered. How much shots have they had? Feels like they've had quite a lot already. They're all over us. They're absolutely battering us, Aston Villa. Mavropanos and Disasi are winning their fair share in the middle, thankfully. But apart from that, no one else is... Nuno's certainly shouting at players. Souček's down. He challenged for a ball and he's hit the deck and stayed down. Head injury, so the referee stopped play. Just watching a Villa free kick again. No one gets near John McGinn. It's a nice finish, don't get me wrong. But far too easy. Far, far too easy. Hermansen doesn't get anywhere near it. Oh. I'm looking at this now, and I think we have changed it slightly. I need to see Thomas Souček. He's off the pitch in a minute. But Pablo, I'm thinking, is looking more central here. Pablo's certainly up beside Tate. But we're down to 10 men as Souček's gone off. He's come back on now. So that's Souček back on. I don't know, maybe we're going to push Fernandez out to the left. But Pablo, I don't know what you think, live chat, but I think Pablo's a lot more central now. And it looks like more of a 4-4-2 rather than a 4-5-1. As Rodgers does a give and go with Watkins, gets it back. He gives it back to Watkins. Saved by Hermansen. Disasi heads it. McGinn flicks it back to Barkley. No, it's not. It's Luka Dean. He gives it to Barkley. Souček prods it away and gets fouled, but the referee plays advantage as Tate picks it up. Pablo's up there with him. Juve's on the move as well. Tate under pressure from Barkley. He gets dragged down. And we've got a free kick just inside the Villa half. Yeah, Pablo's definitely more central. So it looks like we're going 4-4-2 here. And I think it's going to be Fernandez is going to play on the left. I need to see it a bit more, but he's certainly left at the minute. But out of possession, looks like it's 4-4-2. If I don't see Wan-Bissaka do anything decent in the next 5 minutes, I would sub him. I'm not even kidding. To be fair, you could probably sub half the team right now, but Wan-Bissaka's done nothing. He's lost the ball quite often. We're currently playing around on the halfway line at the moment. Potts dropping in between the centre-backs once again. But Pablo's remaining very central, which is good. I'm pleased he's gone up top as Disasi tried to played Juffin behind the fullback, overhit, out for the goal kick to Villa. But again, not the worst idea, right? But Villa are setting off us. They're not pressing us, so we're going to have to force something. We are going to have to force something here. Coming up on the screen now that Nuno has won 3 of his 10 managerial matches against Emery. Not what I want to read, although I do believe it. Good tackle, Mavropanos. Falls to Sancho. He gives it to Rodgers. Blocked by Wan-Bissaka. Barkley over the bar. He's given a pen. For what? What's he giving a pen for? The Mavropanos tackle. I thought it was a good tackle. And he's already played it. The thing is, he's played advantage. He's already played advantage. You've played advantage. He wins the ball. That's a really good tackle. This ref is he's a cunt. First of all, he wins the ball. It's not a foul. And second of all, you've played advantage, you bald prick. You played on. Yeah, go check the monitor, you bald wanker. That was a really good tackle by Mavropanos. In real time, it looked like, I even said it, I think. Good tackle, Mavropanos. It was a good tackle. Watkins was favourite to get there. Brilliant tackle by Mavropanos. The referee played on, went over the bar, then he decides, actually, I'm going to give a pen. He's been sent to the monitor. It'll get overturned because it's a terrible decision. How does he even think Watkins has touched the ball, right? How does he even think it's Watkins? What, you think Watkins has kicked it in that direction? Like, I don't even understand why he's giving it. You know, sometimes something happens, you think pen, and you watch the replay, and you go, oh, okay, fair enough. That's not this. This is just terrible. Let me try a lip read. After review, West Ham, 15, plays the ball. Right, there we go. It's no pen. A bald prick has realised he fucked up. What an absolute twat, honestly. What an absolute joke. Oh, by the way, West Ham, you've got this guy in charge for the next 65 minutes. Don't worry, I promise you, he's a good referee. Are you meant to have any confidence in this geezer for the rest of the game? That was a terrible decision. I like this comment. Giroud went to VAR just to look back at the great tackle. Oh, brilliant. Fucking bald prick. Hopefully that'll light something under us. And here we go, through to Pablo. But Martinez gets there. That's got to get us going now. That's got to just spark something in us. We've been flat so far. Really flat. Really disappointing. That's got to get us going. Watkins is cutting in. Dive and cheat. To be fair, he doesn't dive. I don't think Watkins dived. He just got tackled, that's all. It's not his fault. It's the referee's fault. It's still Watkins, but he's gone back to Rodgers. Deflected by Bowen. Falls to Sancho on the far side of the pitch. He sees out for a corner kick to Aston Villa. They've had 2 so far, and they've both caused Hermansen all sorts of bothers. Hopefully this one doesn't, although it is on the other side. So I imagine it's going to be Lucadine that comes over to take it. No, they had a corner on this side, haven't they? John McGinn that takes it, I think. But it won't be Matty Cash. That's what I'm badly saying. Come on, boys. Just... it is Lucadine taking it after all that nonsense from myself. They're crowding Hermansen again. And it comes from Lucadine. It's flicked on by Barkley. Rodgers is blocked. Fucking Jesus. I don't know how they've not scored. Is it Mavropanos that's blocked again? We'd be 3-0 down if it wasn't for Mavropanos. It's a lovely flick on by Barclay. Rogers, it is Mavropanos off the line. That is an incredible stop by Mavropanos. Rogers just turns it towards the goal, and Mavropanos is on the line and heads the shot off the line. That is outstanding defending by Mavropanos. Twice now he's cleared it off the line. We'd be 3. If it wasn't for Mavropanos, we'd be 3-0 down in this game. We're 1-0 down, and we're still getting off with it here. Poor play again by West Ham. Further up the pitch, goes straight through to Emi Martinez. Potts putting McGinn under pressure. Baldy blows for a free kick, of course. I thought it was a free kick in all fairness, but... Villa get the play underway again. As it's coming up on the screen, it's still 0-0 between Spurs and Nottingham Forest, which at the minute, I'm not going to lie, I don't really hold much interest in. It would only be if we were winning, I'd be wondering what's going on. I forgot they were playing, to be honest. They're just passing it around us at the minute, Villa. Scott saying, got to get to half time without conceding a second. I get what he's saying, but I'm not confident we do, Scott, the way we're playing. They've had quite a few chances already, and there's still a third of the half to go. Barclay shrugs off Potts, rolls it to Konsa. Fucking hell, we're just standing off them at present. This is easy for Villa. Really easy for Villa. Dean sends a cross in to Rogers. Out to Onana. Blocked by WHUFC. We're getting ripped apart. We are getting ripped apart here. They're just playing it through us and they're playing it around us. We can't get the ball at the moment. They're just pinging it. Villa pinging it around. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's into Watkins. One-on-one with Mavropanos. It's Watkins! Deflected wide. Corner kick to Aston Villa. Watkins has turned up today. He's having a really good game. Not in the England squad, and he's decided to go out there and make a point. Another corner to defend, which we have not defended. Mavropanos has been defending them well, but we have not been defending them well. Hermansen's not been coping with these corners. Matty Cash to send it in from their left-hand side. So another in-swinger, no doubt dropping underneath our bar again. And it comes from Cash. It's punched away by Hermansen this time. Away by Tati. Fernandez brings it down. There's nothing for him to do. He gets tackled by Watkins. McGinn's on the ball. Pops it back out to Cash. He crosses it. And Hermansen gathers it in the air before releasing Fernandez. He's got Pablo and Juve around him for support. Fernandez. Watkins getting back to help out for Villa. Fernandez gives it to Pablo, gets it back from him, and he gives it to Mavropanos. West Ham, all players bar Hermansen inside the Villa half now as Mavropanos switches play to the left-hand side. Out to Juve, brings it down well. Gives it to Fernandez. Onana puts him under pressure. We've got a lot of bodies forward here, Mavropanos, if we can get this cross right. Wan-Bissaka, who's not played well today so far, gives it back to Mavropanos. Disasi strolls forward from the left centre-back position. Gives it to Juve and back to Freddie Potts. Tati wants it. Potts gives it to Jared Bowen. He's picked up a good space. It's Bowen. Shot deflected. Corner kick to West Ham. We've got another corner. Come on, Mavropanos. The form he's in, you wouldn't put it past him to get his head on this. He's been unbelievable today so far. 2 headed clearances off the line. Deflecting that chance for Ollie Watkins just there. It's only 1-0 because of Mavropanos. Time for Jared Bowen to get one of his corners in. He's been good with these corners the last few weeks, Bowen. Come on. Come on, Jared. Come on, Konstantinos. Where are you? Disasi. Souček. Just fucking anyone. Score. Own goal. Don't care. And it comes from Bowen. Martinez just puts his hands up and catches it. That's frustrating. Torres goes long for Watkins. Mavropanos gets there. It's a good header, actually. Finds Pablo, and he's brought down by Morgan Rogers. Free kick inside Villa's half. I'm looking at Austin McPhee again for some reason. Fernandez sends it in. It goes long towards the box. Disasi brings it down for Souček. Blocked. And there was an offside there. I think Souček was offside. That's a bit silly play there from Souček. I think he should realise that you're offside if you touch that. So just leave it. Sancho on the ball. Admittedly, listen, if Disasi was offside, fair enough, but Souček certainly was. Cash on the ball now for Aston Villa. Gives it to Onana. Every player back defending for West Ham. Austin McPhee's been booked. The set-piece coach has been booked for barking, I assume. No longer part of the Scottish national setup because he wanted to concentrate on Aston Villa. But I must admit, we never ever saw any set-piece goals under him when Scotland were playing. I always wondered that. When we have this guy that's known for being a good set-piece coach, and I never really seen the benefit of it at Scotland. But regardless, we continue at Villa Park. 38.5 minutes gone. West Ham very poor so far. Sancho on the right-hand side for Villa. 1-on-1 against Juve. And Juve puts a tackle in and it goes out for a throw into Villa, which Sancho takes quickly. Throwing it back to Matty Cash. West Ham in the 4-4-2 now, which they switched to after going a goal behind and being completely overrun. We started with a 4-3-3. Well, a 4-5-1 rather. Pablo playing left midfield, and since then Nuno switched it and he's gone up front alongside Tate, but can't say it's made much difference as Jared Bowen's currently playing right back. Mavropanos gives it to Souček, who prods it on towards Pablo, who looks for Tate. Surely he's managed to stay on side here. He was on the halfway line. He's got to be on side. It's Tate. Oh, it's a terrible ball. For fuck's sake. And if he's offside, then I'm going to be even more pissed off. And I think he was offside. Why are you offside? What are you doing? Stand on the halfway line. He's managed to stand over the halfway line. There's a massive white line. There's a massive white line that says stand on this and you're not offside. And he's gone over it. But even then, it was a crap pass anyway. Pablo was in the middle and he's tried to find him. And it's about, I kid you not, 5 yards away from where it needed to be. It wasn't even close. Anyway, Villa have got a free kick obviously, because of the offside, just inside their half, which Dean goes backwards from towards Torres, and it goes back to Martinez. Still up with Martinez. We're not pressing him. Tati and Pablo sat watching him, and Martinez is just keeping the ball, really. He's just saying, well, I'm not going to bother. He passed to Consa in the end because I think he was bored. As Villa start playing it out from the back here, West Ham pressing man for man. It goes back to Martinez. Out to Consa. We're still going man for man here as Pablo closes him down. But no one is marking Onana, which allows Villa to play it through our press and travel up the pitch with it. Now Ross Barkley has it inside our half, facing our midfield. Out to Matty Cash on the right-hand side. Juve engages. Gives it to Sancho. Disasi has been dragged out to the left-back position by Sancho. Not where you want to see Disasi, but Potts has filled in for him at centre-back. Good reading of the game there by Freddie Potts. Pau Torres on the ball. Out to Dean. Jared Bowen is stuck at right back. Honestly, if you think I'm kidding, whenever Villa are passing the ball around, especially when it's on like in the middle of the pitch, just look at Jared Bowen. He's playing right back. Luka Dean is so high and wide. It's completely pinning Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen is in line with Mavropanos and Disasi. Sancho on the ball at the minute on this right-hand side for Aston Villa, up against Fernandes. Onana's there in support, but he uses Ross Barkley, and he gives it to Onana. Cash cuts it onto his left foot. His shot / cross is blocked by Thomas Souček. When it goes as far as Torres. 2.5 minutes of normal time to go in the first half, and it's 1-0 Villa, and it's all Aston Villa. We're really struggling. Really struggling. We're very lucky it's only 1-0. As McGinn gives it to Dean. His cross comes in. And Juve calmly chests it back to Hermansen. Good defending there by our left back. Manson on the ball again. And he just chips over Watkins' head to Disasi. Very calm distribution from the goalkeeper. Disasi travelled all the way up to the halfway line with him, just passed it out. Even our players who have been in really good form, apart from Mavropanos. Actually, I'll go one further. Mavropanos is the only one having a good game. We'll discuss it at half-time, see if you agree with me. But honestly, I think Mavropanos is the only one playing well. Wan-Bissaka's currently just rugby tackling Rodgers. He's going to get a yellow card here. But Rodgers shakes him off. And Wan-Bissaka challenges him on that occasion. And he's taking a minute, Wan-Bissaka, before just playing it back to Hermansen under pressure. And he just clears it. But Pablo's chested, knocked it down to Fernandes to Tati, who's about 5 yards offside. What's he fucking... Oh... What is this geezer doing? Why is he stood there? Why is he 5 yards offside? Wan-Bissaka did end up getting a yellow card for wrestling Morgan Rodgers. It's Rodgers. He gives it to Sancho. He cuts it back and it's cleared by Freddie Potts. Another corner, and I don't like these. I don't like these. 3 minutes of stoppage time at Villa Park. Hopefully we can get in 1-0 down. Which sounds like a terrible thing to say, but we do need to get in 1-0 down at the break and just regroup. And there's been a goal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Nottingham Forest now 1-0 up. Things just get worse for us. In comes a corner from Lucadine, and it's headed down by Watkins, and it's onto the roof of the net. And Mavpanos is down at the minute, holding his face. I can't really see what happened to Mavpanos. He was one of the few that went up for it. Where is he? Let's watch him. He gets an elbow in the head by Ollie Watkins. That's what happens to Mavpanos. He's up on his feet anyway, Mavpanos. He's continuing. 90 seconds at least to go at Villa Park. West Ham 1-0 down. On the other side of things, Spurs are 1-0 down against Forest. Arguably the worst result out of the 3 potential results at that stadium. Depending on what you're thinking, what you feel, etc. Souček hooks it forward for Tati to run onto. Torres gets there. Tati puts him under pressure. And he gets a corner. Good play there by Tati. He's not had a good half whatsoever, but he's won us a corner from nothing. The live league table would have us 4 points behind Leeds, 3 points behind Nottingham Forest, and a point behind Spurs with 7 games to go. Anyway, Jared Bowen will take the corner. Possibly the last bit of action of the half. Come on. The first one was too easy for Martinez, isn't it? Oh, that's bad from Bowen. Head away by Lucadine at the front post. And Wan-Bissaka, Jesus, he's miskicked the ball. He was lucky to get a second go of that. Onana puts a tackle in on him. Fucking hell, he's been terrible, man. We take the throw in. Tati, Bowen. Good play by those two. But Onana tackles Bowen. And that is the half-time whistle at Villa Park. Aston Villa 1. West Ham United 0. Oh. See what you're all saying at half-time. Everything's wrong for West Ham. Everything's wrong. I think Nuno's got it wrong. I think the players haven't turned up. I think the only player I excuse Mavpanos from this. Mavpanos has played fantastic in that half. We'd be 3-0 down if it wasn't for Mavpanos. He's been absolutely brilliant, but the rest of them haven't been good enough. So I think everything's wrong for West Ham today. Nuno's starting 11 was wrong, and I appreciate he was forced into a change, but I remain unconvinced, having seen what I've seen. I remain unconvinced that had Todibo started over Potts, we'd be in a better position. Defensively, we might be better, but at the minute, we're offering nothing going forward. We'd be offering even less going forward if Todibo had started over Potts. So I'm not sure that the forced change, while it might have disrupted some things, I'm not sure that that's the reason we're playing poorly. The attitude of the players today, I think, is alarming, actually, because up until, the last few weeks, I've never felt like the players' heads have dropped. I've always felt the players have got belief. Maybe the nerves are getting to them, because it does feel like a massive opportunity for us today. The players are maybe realising that. But we've been terrible. We've been really, really poor. I think Wan-Bissaka has been absolutely stinking in the first half. I'd get him off. He's on a yellow card anyway. It makes an easy decision from Nuno. I think in possession he's been poor. Out of possession he's been poor. He's on a yellow card. There's no reason to keep him on the pitch. I'd have him off. But I think we've almost got to change something else, because It's really flat. I think Fernandes has basically had to... Fernandes is the victim of Nuno getting it wrong in the first half. We played 4-5-1 from the start. Pablo playing left midfield. It wasn't working. It was a big problem early on. He's made a change after going 1-0 down, and after riding our luck, he switched it up and put Fernandes out on the left to push Pablo higher up the pitch next to Tati, and going back to the 4-4-2 that was working for us. But I think it's completely killed Fernandes. I think he's struggling to get on the ball. So I think I would get Fernandes into the middle of the pitch for the second half. So I'd be doing 2 subs at half time. I'd be taking off Wan-Bissaka for Walker Peters, just a straight swap there. And I think I'd maybe do what some people want to see pre-match. I've seen a lot of you lot suggest this, and I think I'd try it. Put Scarles on at left back and push Diouf maybe higher up the pitch and put Fernandes in the middle. I don't know, do you try that? Put Adama Traoré left midfield. Is that what you try? I'd certainly put someone left midfield. I'd take Potts off, to be clear. I'd take Potts off because I want to see Fernandes back in the middle of the pitch. So it's either Diouf left mid or Traoré left mid. I'd probably leave the front 2 as it is for now, but try and fire a rocket up the pair of them. Pablo's just been jogging around, and Tate's just been crap. Like, he's been offside twice. The first one was just complete stupid. All he had to do was stand on the halfway line. But the second one, he's about 5 yards beyond the defence. I don't know, but there was a couple of nice touches from him at the end there before the half-time whistle. One as a corner from nothing. So I think I'd stick with them for an extra, maybe give them 10 minutes or something. But that's the 2 subs I'd make at half-time. Walker Peters on for Wan-Bissaka. Potts off. Either Scarles and move Diouf. I think that's what I would do, but I understand that people want to do Traoré. But I'm going to have a little look and see what you're saying in the live chat, so please do get your thoughts into the live chat. And Iron's saying, Potts looks like a fish out of water. Ian saying, looked at our 2 corners, no pressure, just 3 in the box. Second corner, terrible, unlike their corners. They crowd our box and they look like scoring every corner, don't they? Mavpanos has been just unbelievable. Honestly, he's been fantastic. Kaylin saying Wan-Bissaka needs to come off. He's getting overrun, and having a yellow doesn't help. Need new shape. Current formation not working. Mansfield saying Pablo and Tate completely ineffective. Shape isn't working. Something has to give. Iron Man saying, hate to say it, we need Kilman in the back 3 and spread out more and push Bowen up higher. Dunkel saying Kante on for Potts. Traoré for Tate. Trying to see what you would say. So I take it you're just leaving Kante in the middle, Traoré on the left, Pablo up front on his own. I'm assuming that's what you're saying. DT is saying passing practice for Villa. They're making fun of us out there. Tate and Pablo completely ineffective. Kano saying all of our problems have been coming from Wan-Bissaka. Gary, thank you for the chat. The £2 super chat. Very kind of you. He said, are you blind, Gio? Wan-Bissaka's man marking Rodgers. He doesn't need to be. He doesn't need to be. I don't think he's doing a very good job of it, and I don't think he should be. Take that how you like. I've already said I think Nuno's got it wrong today. But if you have a right back marking someone, and that player's drifting into the middle of the pitch, and your right back ends up in the middle of the pitch, and your most threatening player going forward is in a right back position, which Bowen is, it's fucked, in my opinion. You cannot, I will not accept. If we won, fair enough. If we were winning, fair enough. But we're not. We're getting completely overrun. Rodgers is dragging Wan-Bissaka around the pitch. And as a result, Jared Bowen's playing right back. So take it as a criticism of Nuno or Wan-Bissaka if you like. For me, it's a criticism of both. I think Wan-Bissaka is playing piss poor today. So even if he is man-marking Rodgers, I'm inclined to agree with you because I think he has been following Rodgers a lot, but there's been a couple of occasions where Rodgers has got on the ball and Wan-Bissaka's nowhere to be seen. He's not very good at it, so I don't like him. I don't like the tactics, and I don't like his execution of the tactics. Grouch is saying all our problems are not coming from one spot. They're coming from every conceivable angle. I agree with what he's saying there. Scott saying the referee is awful. How on earth he thought it was a pen is pathetic. Ian saying the team are in the bottom 3 in the form book. Then West Ham come along. Sean would like to see Magassa for Potts, Wilson for Tate, and Adama for Pablo. Cookie saying got Fernandez left wing, Bowen right back. Wan-Bissaka trying to man mark, ain't working. Souček and Potts completely ineffective. I agree with every word of that. Gary saying, well, read my comments. I agree, he's under instruction from Nuno. You told me I'm blind. You said I'm blind, and then you've said the same thing as me. I think I'm misunderstanding you, Gary, because you're saying I'm blind. And then now you're saying that you agree. Are you blind? We're both blind. Matt saying Bowen's missing again, losing possession almost 100% of the time. He's not playing well, but I find it hard to criticise Jared Bowen when he's basically playing right back. I'll be honest with you. Admittedly, in possession, he's not been good enough. Robin saying, I'm glad it's still 1-0, but would take a wizard to win this one. If Nuno does it, then oh my God. Stephen saying the man marking would probably have been better if we were playing a back 3, but this is not working at all. This is brilliant. Hardy, you've made me laugh. I'll give you that one. Gio ain't blind, he's deaf. Fair. I like that one. I like that. That's good. That's made me smile. Made me laugh. Well done. Solid 9 out of 10. Barry saying, how do our bloody coaches manage to create an injury in warm-up? To be fair, I think Tadibbo's injury prone. Barry saying, Bo's lost every opportunity he got going forward and shouldn't be so deep. It makes it hard to then get forward. Lewis says, I'm being serious. We are the worst team when it comes to taking advantage of another team's poor form and circumstances. We never read the room. Well, bear in mind we're the first team Wolves beat in the Premier League this season. It's hard to disagree with what you're saying. Dale saying the fact that everyone is asking for different subs is so funny. We've got to stay compact and let Villa go round the sides. It's that simple. We're allowing them to play through us. I think that, to be fair, while obviously we are criticising West Ham a lot, understandably, I think Villa are playing well. I think Watkins looks like he's playing well. Gary says, right, here we go. The debate with Gary continues. You can't want him off from Walker Peters because he's all over the gaff, man marking Rodgers and leaving Bowen to everything. Because what do you think is going to happen? I wouldn't have anyone marking Rodgers though. I wouldn't have anyone man marking him. I'd pass him on. You've got to pass him on to your midfield. Stay in your position because at the minute Jared Bowen's playing right back. So if Walker Peters then takes Dean and leaves Jared Bowen, it leaves our attacking player higher up the pitch. At the minute, he's in line with Mavropanos. There's nothing you can say, Gary, that is going to persuade me that Jared Bowen should be playing right back, because that's what I've seen him playing in this half, in my opinion, and I'm not a fan of it. Man marking Rodgers, the guy's been... He's not playing too bad today, Rodgers, but he's been terrible for the last 2 months. I don't think it's justified. I don't think it's warranted. You should stick with your right back. If Rodgers moves, pass him on to your midfield. Communicate well. And the fact is, in the first half, we had 3 central midfielders. We had adequate numbers to do that. It's probably scuppered now. We're going to a 4-4-2 though. But I just don't like seeing Wan-Bissaka or Walker Peters running 15 yards infield and higher up the pitch than Jared Bowen, because Bowen's stuck at right back. I'm not... Charlie, he's following orders. What don't you understand? Charlie, I've literally said we shouldn't be man-marking him. Am I speaking a different language? Je déteste les Wan-Bissaka man-marking Morgan Rodgers. Does that work? I don't know. Charlie, we're blaming Wan-Bissaka for these tactics instead of Nuno. Oh my God. Am I speaking nonsense, or is there just people just not understanding? At what point have I said it's the right tactic? I've literally said it's the wrong tactics over and over and over again. Bloody hell. I don't get it. I cannot be more clear. I don't know. I don't know. Someone help me. Someone help me. I don't know. Ironix understood me. Thank you, Ironix. I'm glad everyone did bar two of you. I don't know. Anyway, I've done my best to say I don't like the tactics. I don't like Wan-Bissaka man marking Morgan Rogers, and I think he's shite at it. All right, there you go. Hopefully that's got through to everyone. Hopefully that makes sense. But I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, thank you, Mikey. Thank you. I want to give you a cuddle. Thank you, Mikey. Mikey gets it. To be fair, loads of people get it, right? I feel comfortable now. It's not me anymore, and it's just Charlie and Gary. Anyway. Right. Gary said, because you think it would change if he subbed. I don't. Listen, thanks for the support, Gary, but you're now getting annoyed with me about an assumption. I never said I wanted to stay the same. I've never said it. I'm just going to click on other comments now. I'm just going to click on other comments. I do not wish to engage in a row. I don't like arguing. Don't mind it when it comes to, like, I don't know, being overcharged by the energy company or something. Then I don't mind an argument, but not on YouTube. Anyway, Kelly's one saying they're winding me up. I don't think he is. Maybe he is. But if he is, he's done it. He's managed to wind me up. Anyway, Callum Wilson's coming on. Maybe he's coming on to man Mark Consa. Be interested to see who he's coming on for. Pablo or Tati? It'll be one of the two, won't it? Lewis pissed right off. Adama's coming on as well. Traore's coming on alongside Wilson. So he's doing changes. I'll give Nuno credit. He's making changes. Whether they work or not, we'll wait and see. Lewis, this is brilliant. I like... See, some of you lot are funny. Some of you lot have got a good sense of humour. Lewis says, what do you think of Wan-Bissaka's performance so far? Anyway, right. Maybe he's taking Pablo and Tati off. Potts is going off, right? So Potts is off. Traore's on. Tati's off. Wilson's on. Right, so what we're saying, 4 at the back. Wan-Bissaka potentially man-marking Rodgers. We're underway at Villa Park. The second half has kicked off. Fernandez back into the middle with Souček. Traore on the left. Bowen on the right. Pablo and Wilson up front. That's what he's going to do, isn't it? So he's sticking with his 4-4-2. But he's got Fernandez central, which is good. Wilson up front with Pablo. Well, Lobster Man saying 4-2-4. I think it's going to be a bit like that when it's in possession. He's rolled the dice. He had to do something. You know, right? Maybe not the changes I or you would have made, but he had to make some subs. Paul likes them. Paul said, good subs. Hope Adama is on it. Fingers crossed. Lots of Wan-Bissaka jokes in the chat. I like it. I'm all for it. As we go back towards Disasi. Come on, boys. Let's just... Even if we can just salvage a point from this position. It's not great. It's okay. We're still in the bottom three, but I'm not feeling it though. McGinn on the ball at the minute, gives it back to Sancho. On the overlap is Cash, and it comes from Watkins. Away by false look at Dean. He took way too long to take that shot, and it hits Wan-Bissaka, who was about 10 yards away from Morgan Rogers. So terrible positioning by Wan-Bissaka. Referee stopped play as it hit Wan-Bissaka in the stomach. He's winded. Actually, it didn't hit him in the stomach. It hit him in the nuts. It hit Wan-Bissaka in the cojones. Aaron Wan-Bollocks. Thank you, Sean. It's very kind of you. Sean says, no matter what happens, thank you to you and Gonzo. Get at, pair of lads. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what get at, pair of lads means, but thank you. I appreciate the support. Anyway, Wan-Bissaka just, he's up on his feet, moving as you'd expect him to move after Lord of the Dead has said, what Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That's a good one. John says Aaron Wan-Bollock. He's moving how you'd expect him to move. Anyway, it's a goal kick to West Ham. Manson just taking away with the goal kick as we're down to 10 men at the minute. But he's back on the pitch now. We're back up to 11 men. Lukadine plays it down that left-hand side to Ollie Watkins. Mavropanos. Good challenge. Wins a throw-in as well, which Wan-Bissaka shall take. Just inside our half, over on that right-hand side. And he gives it to Bowen, but Lukadine gets above him, wins the header, and another throw into West Ham, just inside the Villa half this time. Bowen plays it on, but Ross Barkley intercept. It looks like Lukadine. Barkley, I keep getting them two muddled up. Sancho comes forward here for Aston Villa. Now, Pau Torres, there's definitely a bit more urgency from us to press. It's not working just yet, but there's more movement anyways. Barkley hits it, and it's tipped over the bar by Hermansen. A save you'd expect your goalkeeper to make. Corner kick from Aston Villa. Fernandez ran into a spot of border there, and Barkley let fly from distance, but was tipped over by Hermansen. Corner kick the Kadeem will take. Hopefully we can defend them a bit better in the second half. Been terrible defending corners in the first half. I'm feeling nervous when we concede corners again. It's been a while since I felt like that. And it comes from Dean, headed away by Mavropanos, of course, and it falls to Matty Cash. And his shot is over the bar, and it's a goal kick to West Ham. Go long down the right channel. Wilson, he's doing his best to get there, but he's always going to struggle. Bowen fouls concept, but the referee plays advantage as Barkley gives it into John McGinn, into Morgan Rogers, who tries to release Sancho. He's going behind Juve. Watkins wants it, and Hermansen, I thought he put out for a corner, but he's kept it in. Hermansen caught it and releases it as West Ham come away. Adama Traore on the ball at the minute. He gets away from Matty Cash, but this is what we're going to need to see from him, and just try and cause some bother, get us up the pitch. Good play there by Traore. He gave it to Wan-Bissaka. He wanted it back, and Wan-Bissaka gave it to Bowen, and Traore made it known he wanted the ball back. I don't mind that. Juve at the minute on the ball. In comes across. It's not a bad cross. Torres heads it away, and it's going to go out for a throw into West Ham, right in the corner on our left-hand side. Someone's criticising me for not having a comb. It's the problem when you watch West Ham. You ruffle your hair up, don't you? Mavropanos is going to take a long throw. Not something we tend to do at West Ham, long throws. But we're going to take one with Mavropanos here. And it goes, and it's a terrible throw. But Wilson heads it down to Fernandez, who cuts back. He crosses it towards the back post. Oh! That's better. That's by far our best bit of play there. Good cross in by Fernandez. It's a really good cross. He shapes to shoot on his right, moves on to his left, crosses it to the back post where Pablo is, but it's great defending by Luca Dean. I think Pablo was offside, whether he's given offside or it's gone out for a corner. And we've got the corner, and Fernandez hits it, blocked by the French left-back for Aston Villa, and it's gone out for a throw into West Ham. Better from us. That's a good couple of minutes. Fernandez influenced the game now in that central position. We're going to need him to. Mavropanos goes with the long throw again from the right-hand side this time. That's a better throw from him. But it's headed away by Onana. Only as far as Fernandez. Back to Mavropanos. He crosses it. Not a bad cross. It's Disasi. And it's a header. It's a shot on target. Easy save by Martinez. Better from West Ham. Encouraging signs. We've created more in the first 8 minutes of the second half than we did in the first 45 minutes collectively. The bar, however, was low. Pablo goes in hard on Barkley, but the referee plays advantage as Torres just pops out to Konsa and out to Matty Cash on that right-hand side for Aston Villa, just inside his own half currently. As Konsa gives it to Torres, he travels over the halfway line with it. Pablo's going to have to get back into Morgan Rogers, gives it to Ollie Watkins. He shapes for a shot, but it's blocked by Disasi. And it falls to Cash, who gives it to Onana, who plays out to Lucadine on this left-hand side for Aston Villa. This cross is blocked by Wan-Bissaka. Cuts it back to Ross Barkley. Fernandez does really well to get the tackle in, and Pablo just flicks it away, but only as far as Torres. And he'll come back at West Ham. John McGinn crosses it, blocked by Wan-Bissaka. Two good blocks there by Wan-Bissaka. Lucadine takes a throw. Souček clears it. It's weird to say there's too much distance on the clearance, but there was. So Torres picked it up unchallenged. As Villa play into Rogers, into John McGinn. Out to Matty Cash, who's coming forward on that right-hand side, using Jadon Sancho. Onana into Barkley. Back out to Cash. It's a little bit scrappy there from Villa, which was unforced by West Ham. I'd like to say it's because we were pressing, but it was just not really. But Wilson's now trying to pass Onana. Villa just very patient, very, very patient. They're 1-0 up. They probably feel quite comfortable against us because they know they just play it around us. We'll struggle. They're in a good position right now in terms of the game, Aston Villa. Paul Wilson hasn't touched the ball, no, but Adama has. He made an okay-ish run. He shrugged off Cash and cut across the pitch and gave it to Wan-Bissaka, and he wanted it back, but he didn't get it back. Wilson on the move here. He gives it to Pablo. Chance for West Ham. It's 4-on-3 in West Ham's favour. Pablo gives it to Jared Bowen. It's Bowen. Oh, and he goes for goal and it's headed behind by Konsa. He's asking his midfield, where is he? Good play there by Callum Wilson. I don't think Pablo does the wrong thing giving it to Jared Bowen, but by the time Bowen got it, Villa were back in a good defensive position. Corner kick to West Ham. Bowen to take one. Since I praised his corners earlier, they've been crap. So let's hope he sends in a good one here. And it comes from Jared Bowen to the back post towards Thomas Souček. He tries to head it into that box, but it's away by Barkley. Souček heads it back in there, away by Cash on this occasion. Back in by Juve. And it falls to Jared Bowen. Oh, and he's put it well wide. Put it well wide. He was offside. Well, I think it might have been Callum Wilson. Someone was offside. I think it was perhaps Wilson. But Bowen doesn't know that. He's got to assume he's onside, and it's on his right foot, and he's completely shanked it. Better from West Ham. Cameraman kindly reminding us that Tielemans is on the bench for Villa today. Not what you want to see as a West Ham fan. As Ross Barkley picks it up from his defence and he's driving at our defence. There's no one in the middle of the pitch at the minute. He gives it out to Sancho. Rodgers lays off McGinn. He gives it to Onana. And it's over the bar. It's a goal kick to West Ham United. There's definitely another goal in the game. There's definitely another goal. It's better from us, but it is going to leave us more open. It is going to allow Villa to counter-attack like that. Hermansen goes long with a goal kick. Luka Dean beats Jared Bowen to it though, and Ollie Watkins gives it to Onana, but Pablo intercepts it. However, he's given it to McGinn with the interception. And Souček battles away with a Scottish midfielder. And Villa just play it backwards and keep the ball in their defence for a minute. Barkley on the ball, entices Fernandes before laying it off to Torres. Out to Lucadine on this left-hand side. Wan-Bissaka took a bit of a risk there, but nothing came of it. Panos has done well to give it to Jared Bowen. He comes down this right-hand side. He's taking it to the byline. This cross is blocked by Ross Barkley, and it's a corner kick. And I think Bowen's done well to get the corner. There wasn't really much Bowen could do there, to be honest with you. There wasn't much options in the box, and I'm just wondering if it's a goal kick, actually. Barkley seemed certain it was a goal kick, and Bowen's not put up too much fight. Yeah, it was a goal kick. Oh, frustrating. Unlucky there, Bowen. Right decision, though. Martinez takes the goal kick. Disasi bundles Watkins over, and it's a free kick to Aston Villa right on the halfway line in the very middle of the pitch. Oh. Villa just pinging it around quite nicely here, actually. Got a few first touch passes. Onana's on the ball, gives it to Watkins, out to Sancho. His cross is blocked by Juve. It hits Cash and it goes out for a goal kick to West Ham. As much as we've improved compared to the first half, I don't think we've improved enough. I think we needed to drastically improve, and we've not done that. We're just less crap, really. But half an hour to go. Disasi plays it forward towards Pablo, but Torres intercepts it, brings it down and gives it to Matty Cash, and Pablo continues chasing it. But the right back finds McGinn in the middle of the park, who lays it off for Sancho, who slipped. But then Mavropanos slipped. But then Mavropanos has got up on his feet and won it back. Great play by him. He's having a really good game. Listen, any criticism I've got of West Ham tonight, Mavropanos is immune from it. He is having a really, really good game. Not quite Man City-esque, but he's been, well, arguably, he's just as good. He's cleared 2 off the line. Adama on the ball for West Ham out on that left-hand side. Juice there with him. Pablo and Wilson in the middle. Adama crosses it towards Callum Wilson, who brings it down, who cuts it back to Jai Bowen, who can't quite get there. And there's no one on the edge of the box for West Ham. And Villa come away with it. McGinn looking for Rodgers. It's a bad ball, and Disasi intercepts it. And there's been a goal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's now Spurs 0, Nottingham Forest 2. Fernandez on the ball in the middle of the pitch, just gives it to Wan-Bissaka. Out to Jared Bowen. Past Watkins, up against Luka Dean. Crosses it, blocked. This time it's definitely a corner kick. There's absolutely no way that's a goal kick. So 100% a corner this time to West Ham. We've had a lot more attacks in the second half compared to the first half, but nothing troubling Martinez at all, really. This would put Forest 3 points ahead of us. Leeds United 4 points ahead of us. Spurs 1 point ahead of us. That's a live Premier League table as it stands. Down at the bottom with 7 games to go after this one. Jared Bowen sends the corner in. It's not a bad one. Onana gets his head on it though. Luka Dean brings it down really well. And Bowen puts him under pressure. So he pops out for a throw in right in that corner flag, which Bowen takes quickly to Fernandez and gets it back. Bowen crosses it. Not the best cross though. Watkins clears it. But Wan-Bissaka heads it back towards the group of players on the edge of the Villa box. Onana gets there, but couldn't bring it under control. And it falls to Juve, who gives it to Adama Traore. And this is where you want to just leave Adama. Let him run at Matty Cash. Adama puts the cross in. It's not a bad delivery, right? I don't think that's a bad delivery. No one gets on the end of it. It goes out for a goal kick. I appreciate he doesn't find a teammate, but I don't actually think the cross is that bad. Now I'm watching that. I think the 3 in the middle there should all be doing a little bit better, because I think that's what Adama's always going to do. The minute he decides to cross that, that's where that ball's going. I just think the 3 of them in the middle should be busting a gut to get in there. Triple substitution coming for Aston Villa. This is a bit concerning. Douglas Luiz, Yuri Tielemans and Leon Bailey coming on. You would imagine it's for Barkley, maybe McGinn, because he's just back from injury, and Sancho. Fernandez on the ball. He's seen a lot more of the ball in the second half. Fernandez. Mavropanos gives it to Souček. Fernandez wants it, gets it, but everyone's in front of him at the minute, Fernandez. Out to Adama on this left touchline. This is where Juve, I think you've just got to say to Juve, you've got to get away from Adama. Leave him. It comes in, it's Pablo. It's not the best cross in the world from Adama. It's not the best cross in the world, but it's in the box, and Torres makes an absolute hash of the clearance, and it falls to Pablo on his right foot. He's got to hit it first time, and he does. But it's so high. It's so wide. That's a chance. That's a chance. The positive is Adama's looking good. Adama's looking good down that left-hand touchline. And John McGinn is going off. As is Jadon Sancho and Ross Barkley. Well, at least I predicted the 3 Villa subs correctly. Not that anyone cares, including myself. But 3 subs by Unai Emery. 66 minutes, 67 minutes on the clock now at Villa Park. Villa 1-0 up. I don't like these subs. I don't like these. I feel like there's definitely another goal in the game, and we've looked a bit better, but I still feel like Villa are the more likely ones to score. The game's opening up here. It's going to get them opportunities on the counter-attack as Rodgers picks it up and he's running at Disasi. It's Rodgers, he goes for goal. Hermansen saves it, and it's Watkins, and it's 2-0, and that's fucking dog shit. It's poor from Hermansen. He shouldn't be dropping that. Either catch it or push it away from the goal. He's tried to catch it and he's dropped it. Watkins has nicked it. 2-0 Villa. Game over. Fuck's sake. Bowen lost the ball again. Onana tackled him. He had an option. Wan-Bissaka was there. He got up. Onana tackled him, gave it to Rodgers, who just ran at Disasi. It's a tame effort from Rodgers, in all honesty. Hermansen's shocking from Hermansen. And Watkins puts it in. For fuck's sake, the more I watch that, the worse it gets from Hermansen. Well, that's Areola back in goal after the international break. Fuck's sake, man. We needed everything to go right today, and nothing has. No one has. The keeper's been terrible. Disasi's having his worst game for us. It's not Disasi's fault, to be clear. I'm just going through the team. But Disasi's not been brilliant today like he has been. Wan-Bissaka's struggled. I think Juve's been okay. I think Mavropanos has been brilliant. Fernandez had a better second half, but not at his best. Souček's chasing shadows, to be honest with you. Bowen's been terrible. Pablo, he's been terrible. Right, sorry everyone, let me try and provide some commentary. We've bottled this. We've absolutely bottled this. Douglas Luiz on the ball at the minute. Villa are just going to play it around for the rest of the game. I know the score says 1-0. I can change it, but it'll remove the goal scorer. And someone will probably moan, but let me just override it. There you go. Thank you. Oh, it doesn't get rid of the goal scorer. Anyway, thank you for the heads up. There's no adverts, Sam. You're literally the only person. What are you having to go at me for now about adverts? There's no adverts during the stream. You're literally the only person that's had an advert during the stream I'm aware of. If anyone else has, let me know. But they're turned off. You shouldn't have any during the stream. Seriously, Sam. Yeah, Cowboys had none. Arcane has had none. But it's all my fault that Sam's had to watch an advert. Hitman's not had any. But it's all my fault that Sam's had to watch an advert. Honestly, you turn the adverts off, earn next to no money when it's your job, and someone moans. Do you get your shopping for free, Sam? Do you go into Tesco and get to the till and go, fucking hell, 45 quid for my shopping? What are you on about? It should be free. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to not earn any money when I do a job. I'm not in a good mood, to be fair. I'm not in a good mood. Sam, you've come on at the wrong time to have a go at me for you watching an advert. This is shit. This is absolute fucking shite. Come on. Wilson's throwing himself down. It's like, it's pathetic. It is absolutely pathetic. Fernandez, it's a poor ball. Goal kick, Villa. I just want full time. I just want full time. I don't even know what Wilson's whinging at, to be honest with you. I am sulking, Mark. I'm aware I'm sulking. I'm in a bad mood. I'm in a bad mood. We had a good opportunity today. It was going to be a difficult game, right? But we had a good opportunity today. And we haven't turned up. Nuno's got it wrong. The players that he has picked. The players he has picked hasn't turned up. The tweaks he's made, the changes he's made hasn't worked. We've got absolutely dicked by Villa from start to finish today. And I know they're a good team. They're fourth in the league for a reason. But this is not the Aston Villa that we've seen Christmas time. It's not the same Villa. The reality is we've not even troubled Martinez. It's not even like we've been unlucky not to score. We haven't deserved to score. I think we're actually fortunate it's only 2-0. To be honest with you, I generally think we're lucky it's 2-0. Mavpanos has headed off the line twice. They're making another sub. Villa. Buendia is coming on to replace Morgan Rogers. Buendia's not going to come on and do nothing either. He's just going to try and make his mark on the game. Fuck's sake, man. Anyway, thank you. There's too many of you people that are very kind, but thank you to Sean for the super chat for no adverts. Lucky you, Sean. You should have had 200 by now. How am I going to pay for my Ferrari? I don't even drive, but I'm going to buy a Ferrari anyway. Mark, thank you. Very kind. Also to Lee saying stay positive. I'll try, Lee, but this is a kick in the bollocks. This is, Lee. It's a real... And 2 weeks to stew on it, and that's the FA Cup game. It's 3 weeks till the next league game. Ross says, move on, next job, we will have better days. And Chris says, chat, stop slagging players off you praised last week. They're just calling it as they see it, Chris. I just want people's honest opinions on here. And you got to take the bad with the good. Bailey disaster cuts out. It's nice to see people praise players, and when it's justified, you know, like when we drew Man City, we beat Fulham, everyone was buzzing, the players were getting lots of plaudits, and deservedly so. But you can't... The players deserve criticism today, Chris. I get what you're saying. I know you want to see people stay positive and stuff, but they deserve criticism today. They've not been good enough. We're going to have to brush ourselves off and go again against Wolves. We're not relegated. This result doesn't mean we're down, in my opinion. It's a bad beat up, but we've got to go again against Wolves. Play like this for the rest of the season, we'll go down easily. But hopefully against Wolves, we'll have Somerville back. We've really missed him, that's for sure. It just shows how fragile we've got a good starting 11 and one or two players on the bench that can do a job, but it does show that when one of the key players are out, we're in trouble. We're trying to get a goal anyway. We're just moving around at the minute, but pretty comfortable for Villa at the minute. Fernandez in on Buendia. The referee's given a free kick. Ten minutes of normal time to go at Villa Park. Oh, Mark, I know there's no guarantee at Wolves. I'm not saying we will beat Wolves. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we have to beat Wolves. I just wish it was Palace. I wish Palace was our next game. Maybe naively, but I feel confident we beat Palace. But we're going to need to win. What we are on 29 points. We need to win 3 and a couple of draws. Get to the 40-point mark. 7 games to do it. Panos, do you know, am I wrong in saying that Panos has had a good game? Actually, I'm going to go further than that. Do you know what? I'm going to say my opinion. I'm going to own it and stick by it. I think Panos has been brilliant. Pablo's had a header come off a Villa player and gone out for a corner kick. I think Mavpanos have been brilliant today. I really do. 2 headers off the line, but defensively, I think he's played well. Adama's done well since he's come on as well, I think. I think Adama's played well. He's got us up the pitch. I'm pleased about Mavpanos. Everyone's giving Mavpanos some love in the live chat. That's good. Fernandez will take the corner from the left-hand side. And it comes. And Mavpanos got his head on it, but it was blocked. Charlie brings it down. He's wrestling away with Luca Dean, who puts it out for a throw into West Ham. A couple of substitutions coming for West Ham here. Magassa is coming on for Wan-Bissaka. And Kante coming on for Souček. So it looks like we're ripping up any sort of game plan that we've still got. And, well, we're taking off a fullback and putting on a central midfielder. So it'll be interesting to see what we do here. There's going to be a change in formation from West Ham. I can't even think who would go centre-back alongside the 2 centre-backs. Let's see what we're doing. We're definitely... He's definitely trying something here, Nuno. Let's have a look. I think... It feels a bit wild saying this out loud, but this is generally what I think we're doing. I think Juve is basically playing left centre-back. So it looks like a back 3 of Mavpanos, Disasi and Juve, with Adama and Bowen out wide, Pablo and Wilson up front, in a midfield 3 of Kante, Magassa and Fernandez. That's how I see it. So he's certainly trying to get us back into the game. We'll see how you lot think, but there's certainly no one playing right back, that's for sure. We do not have a right back at the minute. As Sassi's done well there, but Juve is tackled by Buendia. And it falls to Magassa, but Watkins nicks it away from him. It's a good run here by Watkins. He's got Buendia there, but that's a fantastic tackle by Fernandez. Buendia with a back heel to Bailey. Dasasi closes him down. He hooks it towards Douglas Luiz on the edge of the box, who brings it down. Fernandez puts a tackle in. And Luca Dean picks it up on that left-hand side for Aston Villa. Mavpanos somewhat reluctantly closing him down. Out on that touchline. Yeah, we're just playing with the back 3 at the minute. 3-5-2. But the wing backs, if you like, are wingers. Villa have got a free kick at the minute. Juve with a foul on Bailey. I think he won the ball. This ref is shite. Like we've got beat because we deserve to lose. Okay, we're not losing because of the referee, but bloody hell, he's shite. Won the ball there, Juve. Anyway. Matty Cash, Luca Dean standing over it. Luca Dean's going to cross this one in. As Hernan and Konsa peel off to the back post, and it comes from Dean, and it goes out for a goal kick. Final substitution for Aston Villa. Tammy Abraham coming on to replace Ollie Watkins with 4 minutes to go. Plus stoppage time. There's a Spurs fan in the chat. Mate, your team's literally playing. Why are you here? I understand if Tottenham weren't playing, why you might come in and troll, but your team's literally playing right now. Why are you not watching that game? Anyway, you're not going to troll. You're not going to manage to troll any of the subscribers on here. They're all just going to laugh at you, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to leave you. I haven't seen a Spurs fan. Just everyone else is saying there's a Spurs fan. And I trust the subscribers. Fernandez brings it down. He's making a move. It's not the best ball to Callum Wilson, but he does get there, Wilson. He's done well to get it. Cuts it back to Jared Bourne out on this right-hand side. Gives it back to Magassa. Pablo wants it crossed. It's a poor ball in from Magassa. Headed away by Douglas Luiz. Mav Panos just knocks it down to Juve, who's got away with one there, Juve. He got stuck on the ball, but he managed to just get away with it. And Kante's lost out to Yuri Tielemans, but bad touch by Bailey gives it back to him. Adama's on the ball. Who goes past Cash. He's looked good. I think Adama, I'll turn to the chat in a second. Adama, oh, for fuck's sake. All right, okay, right, hear me out. I think Adama's been done all right since he's come on. That cross there was terrible. With his left foot, he's gone flying out for a goal kick, okay? Like, I'm not going to pretend that it was a decent effort or anything like that. But I actually think he's looked okay. I think he's beat his man on occasion. And fucking hell. Spurs 0, Forest 3. Assuming Mob isn't lying to me. Awoni has scored. My word. Spurs are getting dicked by Nottingham Forest. Jay agrees about Adama batting that one cross. Paul, welcome to the danger of doing a watch along. Paul said, Adama's looked good. Oh, wait, 3 seconds later, oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that sums up Adama Traore, doesn't it? But I think he's looked okay. I think he's got on the ball. He's tried to take players on. I think he's looked okay. Actually, no, I think he's looked good. I don't know why I'm reversing on my opinion. He's looked good. That cross with his weak foot was terrible, but you know what? I've seen Bowen do crosses like that with his right foot. Fernandez on the ball. Kante goes back. We've only got 30 seconds of normal time. The game nearly finished. Thank fuck. I am not happy. That sums up Pablo. The ball got played into Pablo's feet. And the ball rolled over his foot. And then he went and won it back. Kante's just had a bit of a wild effort. But you know what? I don't mind it. 2-0 down. We're into stoppage time. Just fucking have a shot. Sean saying Bowen has been terrible this season. Lee, go and have a pint. At least we're not Spurs. I don't really drink, Lee. I am going to order, unpopular opinion, I quite like cider. So I'm going to order some of Jeremy Clarkson's cider. I like his beer, the Hoxton stuff. So I'm going to get some of the cider and see if that's any use. I've not tried it yet. Avid, thank you very much. The occasion proved too much for the lads. We move on. At least we have the Spurs meltdown to look forward to over the international break. Hopefully I can enjoy that in a couple of days. Right now, I won't enjoy it today because I'm grumpy. Katie, thank you for your support as always. And Aver Ilias, I have no idea what currency this is. I just wish it was pound notes. Please put in 50,000, whatever. Is it Indian rupee? Is that the currency? Saying, is Somerville getting paid by Spurs not to play so they can avoid relegation? I say no. But he asked a similar question, saying Somerville's getting paid by Tottenham Hotspur. I don't believe that. And lastly, Andrew, thank you very much, saying chin up, we'll find the points. I hope so, Andrew. It's difficult today. It's difficult. But I've seen Michael's comment about the cider. I'm just going to click on it. I'm not going to read it out. But it does humour me. An old school joke. There you go. It's on the screen for anyone wishing to read. Anyway. Outclassed. Absolutely outclassed. Tammy Abraham trying to get on the end of it. Juft as well. Has it back to Hermanson. I think he's done okay, Juff. I don't think he's been terrible. I think he's been okay. But the performances of those that have been at least okay are few and far between. Not good enough. Kante on the ball at the minute. Gives it to Wilson. Back to Bowen. Last chance to get a goal. There's only 30 seconds to go. Anyway. And Lucadine clears it. 15 seconds to go. I'll be live with my review in a couple of minutes for anyone that's willing to stick around and put up my nonsense for another 10 minutes. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the international break. And there we go, full time, 2-0. Aston Villa 2, West Ham 0. It's not good enough from us. So many things wrong with West Ham today. I'm going to be live in a minute with my review. If you don't mind sticking around, I would appreciate it a lot. I would appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much for joining me. Catch you in a minute.